Hello, have we started yet?
We are about to start. 2 minutes.
Amolji, go ahead.
Namaste. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Hindu Swayam Sevak Sangha, Charlotte chapter, myself, Amol Talab, welcome all the leaders at this second Hindu Unity Day Community Leaders E-Summit. Hope you all are doing fine. As most of you know, we celebrate this Hindu Unity Day to mark Coronation Day of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, a great Hindu king who did not go behind dynasty, but instead he focused on Hindu Swaraj by bringing order to the society. He ruled as per dharmic values. So we mark this day to raise above and beyond our individual or family orientation to go and think about society at large. So let us remember by doing a Ghoshna. I will say Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, everybody can say Jai. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj ki
Jai! Jai!
So let's understand what is the order of the events today. So we'll do Deep Prajwalan, lighting of the lamp, welcome address, followed by presentation from all the leaders on this call. Then we'll go over summit keynotes by Shri Arun Kankani ji, COO and Executive VP of Seva International, followed by announcements and vote of thanks. And we will conclude the live session with Shanti Mantra. So today we have close to 40 organizations and each of them will get 2 to 3 minutes max to present themselves. I know it's time is short, but we have to accommodate all of you and we respect everybody's time. So our guest will be helped with host Sagarji and Shantanuji. They will help us to keep track of time and also they will navigate your presentations. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, just to help everybody, we will have one reminder alarm and we can finish by 3 minutes. We will be communicating what are the next 5 speakers for the organizations. So next 5 organizations. So stay tuned and be ready. We are streaming this event on YouTube Live, as you know. So let's make sure we keep ourselves on mute until the time your turn comes. So without any further delays, I will call upon Yashwant Belsareji, our National Executive Team Member of Hindu Swayam Sevak Sangha, to do Deep Prajwalan.
Namaste.
So we all know that salutation to the light of lamp that we did, this brings auspiciousness, health, and prosperity for everyone. It also means we are destroying inimical feelings and salutation to the light of the lamp. Thank you, Yashwantji. Now we will move on to have Venuji. He is from HSS, a key person behind this Hindu Unity Day, to have a welcome address. Venuji.
Namaste, everyone. My name is Venu Rao. On behalf of HSS Charlotte chapter, we welcome you all again for the second Hindu Unite Day Community Leaders E-Summit. We celebrate this event to mark the coronation of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, who ruled India based on dharmic rules, dharmic values. HSS has been organizing these summits across USA to bring all organizations who work and operate among diaspora to know them and also explore opportunities to work on initiatives of common interest to make an impact on the diaspora and local society here. Friends, COVID has thrown a big challenge to the entire humanity, and we all realize that we're all connected with each other, cutting across geographic, race, religion, language, and economic barriers. Challenges like these can only be fought and overcome by uniting based on our thoughts, values, and goals of common interest. HSS believes and operates on principles of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, whole world is one big family. Let me repeat again. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, whole world is one big family. And we would like to use this occasion to engage in dialogue, to explore opportunities to serve the community in a better way. There is a popular saying, coming together is a beginning, staying together is a progress, and working together is success. Let us all join hands and work towards making positive impact on the society where we live. Together, we serve better. Dhanyavad. Back to Amulji.
Amulji, you're talking on mute.
Okay, sorry about that.
My turn.
Yeah, now we'll call upon Kamlaji from Arsh Vidya Gurukulam to go through the presentation. Kamlaji, over to you.
Namaste, everyone. I am representing Arsh Vidya Gurukulam from international ashrams. So we have ashrams in Saylorsburg, Pennsylvania is the main one in the United States. And then we have them in Coimbatore and Rishikesh. And then there's little subdivisions all over as well. But the one that I wanted to make sure that everybody knows about, because we're centered in Charlotte, North Carolina, is the AVG in Saylorsburg, Pennsylvania, which is, if you haven't been there, I highly recommend that you go. And I wanted to see talk to people as well about maybe we could organize some type of event where we all go up and rent a big bus and take everybody up there to see the ashram and spend the weekend. What Arsh Vidya Gurukulam offers is traditional Vedic teachings, and the guru is Swami Dayananda Saraswati from Tamil Nadu, who is now has taken Samadhi in Rishikesh. This was Swami Dayananda Saraswati. And his vision was to make sure that the Hindu philosophy, Dharma, did not fall to the wayside from anyone, anywhere from India to around the world. And he brought that to the United States as well through the ashram up north. We offer Sanskrit, Upanishads, Vedas, pure Vedic teachings, and chanting. There's programs that go on all year long that I highly recommend people go up and check out the websites to see that the events that are happening. They happen all year long, from weekend seminars to week seminars to 10-week seminars. I usually take the 10-week seminar, which is a heavy-duty seminar that we take on an Upanishad and we finish it. If not, then we finish it the next year. The classes are, we have family camps where you can go up for the weekend with your family. The children will go into studying with teachers, which could be me or Radha or Girijar, or we have a variety of different teachers that take on the children. And then we have beautiful teachers, which are, were direct devotees and disciples of Puja Swamiji that are highly enlightened and highly knowledgeable in all Vedic teachings. The chanting classes are beautiful. The Sanskrit classes are wonderful as well. We have, I wanted to just tell you what's, for an example, we have a kids camp that was supposed to be coming up and I was teaching, which took place from July 6th through the 18th, which was 2 weeks. And then then we had the next course, which was a family camp, was July 19th through the 25th, which took over a week as well, where the kids would come and you would study with the teachers in the adult classes, and your children would go to the children's courses. And then we gather for lunch and dinner. And then the events that take place start at 5:45 in the morning and they run until 8 o'clock at night. So you're never set alone. There's places to study. There's places to study privately. You can take walks around the beautiful property. You can talk privately with the teachers. You can talk privately with the swamis. It's a beautiful organization, and we would be very happy and blessed to have you come up and be with the organization. And if you want further information about it, please contact me, and I would love to put you on the mailing list for our Shividya Gurukulam as well. Thank you.
Just a second, I'll unmute myself. Okay. Dhanyawad Kamlaji. Thanks for all the information. Now we'll move on to BAPS, where we have Mumukshji. So over to you, Mumukshji.
Hello, everybody. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Swaminarayan, Jai Shri Ram. I have a fellow volunteer with me, Dr. Vasant Patel, and he will be representing the presentation and the BAPS today. Thank you for inviting us and having us here.
Jai Swaminarayan to everyone. I hope you can hear me. And I am Dr. Vasant Patel from Charlotte, and BAPS is a Swaminarayan organization with roots from Bhagwan Swaminarayan, established in the 18th century. Many of you are aware of the temple in Charlotte as well, but it's a global spiritual humanitarian organization. The question is to service humanity without separating spirituality, because they go hand in hand. And the missions of BAPS organization, as it was established by Shastriji Maharaj in 1907, was to worship Bhagwan Swaminarayan in pure spiritual faith, follow living of purity, vegetarianism, and de-addiction, and all those campaigns that were initiated. And as you all know, Pramukh Swami Maharaj, over 5 decades, traveled all over the world and established many mandirs, as well as initiated many sadhus to carry on the work of living a life of purity and spirituality. Along with that, we have the missions of BAPS, where 1 million or more followers will do puja every morning and follow the path. The temple has Ravi Sabha every Sunday. Currently, because of COVID, we are doing virtual sabhas, and the links are available for those who are interested. We can share. But the temple is in Matthews, and we have Sunday worship ceremonies from 4:30 to 6. Our mission, along with the spirituality, is to serve humanity. And the main goals are health awareness, educational services, as well as, you had the right slide, yeah, humanitarian relief, environmental protection, and community empowerment. With that, BAPS charities over the years have done a lot of health fairs that have serviced our local community and globally. We've done walkathons that has helped many local service related needs and global, as well as recently with COVID, we have had a global campaign serving millions of meals, as well as protection for physician healthcare workers, as well as providing any need that is needed locally. In Charlotte area, the BAPS Charities has provided $5,000 to the Novant Health Foundation to help with services needed, assistance to local doctors and healthcare workers for masks, etc., as well as $5,000 were donated. Given the students were going on virtual learning, many kids did not have electronics to study or have an iPad. So the school, Matthews Mecklenburg School District, Charlotte Mecklenburg School District got $5,000 to help with virtual learning, as well as recently we provided $1,000 to the Matthews Help Center, which along with Matthews provides in Charlotte areas, shelter, meals, rent, utilities help. So we are delighted to be part of this meeting, and we request and urge everyone to join on Sunday. If you are in Matthews areas, please come and join us for the Sunday worship when the mandir opens. Thank you.
Dhanyavad Vasanji and Mumukshji. Now I will represent Bengali Women's Forum. I know Shantaji was supposed to be here, but due to some personal things that came, she couldn't. So I will present Bengali Women's Forum. So Sagarji, if you can bring that slides. And then after that, Hemanji, if you can be prepared.
You're looking for Mumukji?
Yes. So now.
He joined right now.
Yeah. So this slide is good. So Bengali Women's Forum, I think some of you may be knowing, this is a community formed with Bengali group, and their goal is to motivate all the Bengali women to come forward and work towards the community. So like Shanta Datta, she is the founder of this organization. This is like recently established organization. So as you go on to the next slide, you can see within a short time with this great mission that they have kept for themselves, they have been able to organize multiple events. So Sagarji, if you can go on to the next slide, we can see what are the events that they have arranged. So just within from 2019, they have arranged all these events they have led. And one of the key event I want to highlight is, you see that our children's is tomorrow civic leader. So that is one of the activity where they had Senate members and a lot of community leaders who were pretty influenced with the way activities are conducted. So again, this forum has been a unique opportunity for women, and they are willing to work with other, it's not kind of just limited to Bengali, they are extending, and they, as you see in the second one, they have worked with the Shakti Corporation, which is another organization which is women oriented in Charlotte. So these are some of the activities that they have been doing. So if we can go on to the next slide, Sagarji. Yeah. So this is one of the wish list that you see, that they have Amrai Paribartan, that is change. We are the change. So they are bringing up the change within the women community by leading through this example. And we can go on to the last slide.
That was the last slide.
Okay. So yeah, so I think that concludes. So they are open to communicate with us and like working through this Charlotte community. Now I will call upon Hindu Center, Hemanji. Hemanji is currently right now in hospital because his father is not well. So he requested if we could have it reordered. So over to you, Hemanji.
Namaste, everyone. And thank you very much for arranging this. Thank you to Amolji, Venuji, Santoshji for all your help. Namaste, and all I can say, we can say it together, Hindu Sanatan Dharma ki Jai. The Hindu Center original idea came in late 70s, when there were job shopper came to Charlotte to work for Duke Power plant, and including they were supported by some business owners, doctors. I can see doctors here too, but to have place to practice their religion, their beliefs, and celebrate the culture. That's how organization came in live in late 70s, early 80s. It was inaugurated in actually July 82 with at the time like $100,000 and 2 acres of land. And as we will progress through the presentation, I will let you know where we are. But at the time, to have run this organization, we have several committees, executive committee, which I am part of it. Then we have board of trustees who actually help us with our constitution. Then there is a board of honorary trustees who has, give their $10,000 plus for this cause, and there is financial management come under that committee. So that includes our accountant, treasurers, auditors. That comes under that. So as it was inaugurated in 80s, over the year, as the community has grown, and our goal is still bring the entire community together. We were accommodate, there was multi-purpose hall built. Then there was church property available across from the Hindu Center, which is now Gandhi Bhavan and Vivek Hall. So there are dozens some classes run into that facility. And now we are hoping to open our new Vedic temple, which will open sometime next year. That is our hope. But from 100,000 now, it will go to 20 million, some close to the asset with help of everyone. And the number one goal is the same goal while we are together. Unite all the Hindus, unite under Sanghatan Dharma, and practice their religion, practice their belief, practice their culture, while improving their knowledge and health. And when I say knowledge and health, there are health fairs, there are health clinic, yoga classes, meditation classes. I know HSS helps us with Surya Namaskar, and those kind of activities go on. What we have going on for is several activities throughout the year, from outside activities, I would say kite flying, to Holi celebration, to Dasera celebration, to our Diwali celebration that is outside. Inside, we have all the major festivals, including weekly, monthly, daily celebrations that right now, as with many organizations, they are on Facebook Live. Please take advantage of it. Our goal is to keep this live into our future generation, and that's why we have crop classes, sloka classes, which is and language classes, which is attended by 400 some kids. And as all these organizations somehow or other linked to the Hindu Center, that's the blessing we have from all of you. Since being the oldest organization in this area, even Ashravidya Gurukulam, Kamlaji mentioned, we took the 200 some crop kids to visit that place. So that's how, that is our goal, and our future is same, to unite all the Hindus, Sanatan Dharma believers, celebrate their culture, their beliefs, where everyone is respected and everyone is welcome. That is our goal. There are a lot of wish lists, but number one wish list is, for me, is this one. A lot of other things like website and locations and growth, but those are normal. But that is our goal, and that's how I will end up with it. Let's pray together. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve badrani pashyantu ma kasit dukha bhagavat. Namaste and thank you.
Thank you so much, Hemanji. And we wish good luck for your father's
Thank you.
Okay. So now we move on to Brahma Kumari group. So I'll call upon Rohit G. Shetty to proceed for the presentation.
Om Shanti. My name is Rohit. I represent the Charlotte chapter of the Brahma Kumaris. As many of you may know, Brahma Kumaris is a worldwide family of meditators. Just like you, me. There are about 10,000 centers spread over about 130 countries. The main essence of the teachings of Brahma Kumaris is that when we start recognizing the intrinsic goodness which is within each one of us, we are also able to see those specialities and goodness in others. And so we start with the awareness that I'm not this body. And really, if you look at what's going on outside, we are in a very new kind of a reality where you've got the COVID-19, the disease that's spreading like wildfire. You've got political unrest. You've got protests going on. And so you can imagine a lot of people all over the world are facing this one same problem everywhere. And people are forced into lockdown. So what really happens in lockdown is that you're not able to do what you used to normally do. And so really what everyone is facing is that the mind, it's creating a lot of negative thoughts. You turn on the TV, a lot of negativity there. And so what we understand of the Brahma Kumaris is that the thought is the seed for action. And so if you want to be able to perform elevated actions, if you want to be able to do cooperation like, this wonderful organization is doing, that you all have put together this beautiful program of cooperation and collaboration, what we feel as the Brahma Kumaris, that the way we can contribute to this is that if every one of us is able to take this very pure and elevated thought of who we originally are, that we originally, all of us, every one of us, no matter what religion we are, what race, what country, we are all originally souls. Originally, our nature is peace, purity, love, happiness. These are all the qualities that everyone is looking for. And what we at the Brahma Kumaris do, the local chapter especially, and you can see, I'm not going to go through the slide, it's going to be available for everyone, but I'd like to highlight some of the things that we've been doing, at least on a more regular basis since these 3.5 months of lockdown, is every Sunday we offer an online free meditation. It's just 30 minutes where, you can take yourself away from all the noise that is, there on the airwaves, on, the fear, everything, and just devote that 30 minutes of time to yourself, so that you can center yourself, be able to stabilize yourself in your original awareness that I am a peaceful soul. So when I started this presentation, I said Om Shanti. What Om Shanti really means is that I am a peaceful soul. And every one of us can take that pure peaceful thought that, originally we found a lot of things that can differentiate ourselves, with physically, with religion, with business, with the material possessions. But if we take one step back to who we originally are, originally pure, peaceful souls, and if we are able to center ourselves in that original stage, then our interactions with each other will also be, very elevated, and we will also be able to cooperate and collaborate with each other in a very meaningful way. And so what we would like to do is, I'd like to invite you all, every Sunday, every program that, the Brahma Kumaris offers is free of charge. So I would love to invite you all to join our online meditation every Sunday. It's from 5 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. And you will see on the last slide our email address. If you can email us, we'll share the link with you. But, I think everyone at this particular time, a lot of times we feel, we want world peace. We want everyone to be happy. And we feel that for this transformation to take place, that everyone in the world has to be peaceful. But what we recognize at the Brahma Kumaris is that if a few like-minded souls create that very pure and elevated thought of peace, these vibrations of peace will naturally spread to every corner of the world. And what we believe is that when we transform ourselves, the world around us will transform. So what we'd like to do is invite every one of you to contribute and increase these vibrations of peace love and happiness, because really, if you look around, the world needs it. And every one of us can be that very valuable instrument of peace, of instrument of love, of happiness. And it all starts with one pure elevated thought. Our email address is bkcharlottenc@gmail.com. Our phone number is there too. You can see some of the different global areas of collaboration that we as the Brahma Kumaris have taken part in. But for the Charlotte area, we'd love to have you all, we offer a Raj Yoga meditation course, which is a free meditation course. It's currently being offered online. And as I said, every Sunday we have the Sunday meditation series. And then also, we have gone to several organizations, schools, and we offer, an ongoing series of talks and meditation programs. And everything, of course, is free of charge. And, right now, everyone is pretty much at home. So all you need to do is click on Zoom, and just like how we are all sitting here in different places, but we are in this one big Zoom room, we can all connect that way and give the world this our very valuable contribution of peace. So I'd like to thank every one of you for taking the time this afternoon to join this wonderful effort by our dear organizers here. And everyone in their own way is giving their contribution. But we'd love for you all to join us. And our information is there once again, bkcharlotte@gmail.com. My name is Rohit, and I'm with the Brahma Kumaris. Om Shanti, and have a wonderful rest of the day and the rest of the week.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rohitji. It was wonderful invitation for all of us. Now we will move upon to Carolina's Business Alliance Group by Paresh Patelji to present.
Hello, you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon. Thank you everybody for your time. My name is Paresh Patel from Carolina Business Alliance. We started the group in February this year due to the challenges that all small businesses in the Charlotte area had faced or are still facing due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And that group, problem resolution ideas, meetings, everything led us to form Carolina Business Alliance. So this group is just 3 to 4 months old. Our history, as I said, is just February started. Our activity led to form our objectives and mission is on a second slide. We work effectively with the local, state, and federal officials in the development of policies, rules, and regulations. We share pertinent information among the members. We educate legislators, government officials, and general public about challenges faced by our members, and we promote good community and environmental policies in its operation. Next slide, please. So far, we probably had 8 to 10 webinars with various government officials and the elected officials, starting from so many cities, county, state, and the US Congress representatives as listed here. We also have members webinar to share our information. We help Hindu Center and UIC in the COVID-19 mobile test unit. So there are also community service partnership with other organizations. We have been recognized by the Charlotte Regional Business Alliance. That's a new name for the old Charlotte Chamber of Commerce. We also are in partner with the city and McMinnville County. So in a short period of time, this group has accomplished lot more stuff for the business activities. Areas of seeking collaboration is always business related. In case any of the members or anyone is interested in a technology transfer or venture capitalist investment, they can contact us and see whether one of our members are interested. You can contact Uday Reddy or myself as the phone listed here. Thank you very much for all of you. And thank you for again uniting under one umbrella. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you so much, Pareshji. Now we'll move on to Carolina Kannada Balaga Association with Jayji. Over to you, Jay.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jay Boloro. I'm representing the Carolina Kannada Kuta. Carolina Kannada Balaga is a non-profitable cultural organization based in Charlotte, North Carolina. We've been doing. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. We started Carolina Kannada Balaga is a non-profit cultural organization based in Charlotte, North Carolina, formed by the people living in Great Charlotte area, originally hailing from Karnataka region in India, and people who are interested in preserving and promoting Kannada literature, language, culture, and heritage of Karnataka. It was founded in 2008. Carolina Kannada Balaga has grown rapidly, and today it boasts of 400 plus members and is managed by a dedicated team of volunteers. The cultural, education, and social events are hosted periodically every year, providing an opportunity to cultivate, promote, foster, and develop the advancement of the knowledge of Kannada language, literature, and culture in the community, and at the same time cherish the values of liberty, freedom, and mutual respect of adopted land. Our achievements, special achievements and accomplishment is specifically now that we are all undergoing the COVID situation. Irrespective of what's going on, we kept our community engaged by having a Zoom activity every week, and also united with other Kannada Kutas around different states of United States and as well as Canada. So we had about we united with another 22 different Kannada Kutas across from all the way from Toronto to Florida. So that's one of the achievements. So when we do our activities every weekend, we cooperate or we associate with all other people and do it as one group. So we would always have in our Zoom meetings, we always have something like 400 plus people, participants, and also a lot of people on the Facebook Live. On the other hand, we have Sri Lakshmi Gunda, who is part of Carolina Kannada Balaga. She has been making, she's already produced about 1,000 face masks and has donated it to the other associations who are in need of it. And that's all I have to tell about our organization. Thank you, organizers, for giving me an opportunity to talk about Carolina Kannada Balaga. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jayji. So now we will move on to Charlotte Gujarati Samaj. I know in the interest of time, like we are trying to finish it within 3 minutes. And Sagarji, you can increase the volume a little bit so that it is audible for everyone. Over to you, Reenaji.
Thank you, HSS, for having us participate in this. Charlotte Gujarati Samaj is fairly a new organization. This idea was spearheaded, of course, by Nimish Bhai, and he's here to support us. I've got a couple of other committee members here. Nainesh Bhai, who is part of your organization, he's part of us too, along with Vimal Patel. So if they are here, thank you for showing us the support. A goal of Charlotte Gujarati Samaj is basically to bridge the gap of culture between US and India. We have about 400 members right now. Our mission is actually to encourage and engage all the community members in 5 areas. And I'll talk about just in brief about the 5 areas and what activities we've done. First one being business and trade. And we had Dr. Jagat Shah, who's actually a very well-known business person from India who visited us a couple of 2 years ago and talked to businesses in US of how to bridge the gap and what needs to be done in order to bring business over to India and vice versa. Agriculture and food, we've done a couple of workshops where we have brought in local people from the community and talked to them about vegetarianism and what to cook. We've showed them different dishes, so we've done that as well. Health and human services, we've done a couple of health workshops at Dr. Amit Shah's place. We've also done, education and research is one of the other things we've participated in. And a couple of years ago, actually 2 years ago, we did a wonderful show on Swami Vivekananda. We did a play, and we bring those every year. We bring a couple of those plays every year just to show the culture of Gujarati. We also hold a couple of holiday dinners we do every year and celebrate that as well. For the COVID, we've made a lot of masks and given it out. We've also done a lot of seniors. We help a lot of seniors with groceries and taking them for visits and all that stuff. So those are a couple of things we've done. If you go to the next slide, we would welcome everyone to join us. And if anyone needs any help in any of these areas, you can contact me, Nimish Bhai, or email us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Reena ji. Appreciate your help on giving this presentation quick. So let's move on to Charlotte Marathi Mandal. Aniruddha ji, over to you.
Aniruddha, you have to unmute.
धन्यवाद अमोल जी. Okay, thank you. So I represent the CMM, the Charlotte Marathi Mandal, and this organization is roughly around 40 years old, established in 1981. And from a modest 2-3 families, initially almost 40 years back, we are now almost to 200 plus registered families organization. The primary objective of our organization is to connect different communities, to connect Marathi speaking people across Charlotte and regions around Charlotte area, and to have our roots connected with what our traditions have been, what our culture has been traditionally, and also to remain connected with India and our historical platforms. So we offer a platform for all of us to participate in social, spiritual, musical, educational, and other community bonding activities. Our focus primarily has been to, as I said, to preserve, enhance, promoting Marathi language, literature, heritage in the fold of Hindu spirit. So that is what is binding us together, and we want to partner with all of the communities which are representing over here. And we want to partner with each of them as to how we can work together in the general good and larger good of the people. So our accomplishments, from a accomplishment standpoint, Charlotte Marathi Mandal was able to bag the rights to host the BMM convention, which is a biennial convention held every 2 years. And unfortunately, we have to postpone this because of the COVID situation, but we expect that we will have it sooner or later in Charlotte. And that would probably again open up a lot of opportunities for the Charlotte folks. Roughly 3,000 to 4,000 people attend that convention. So from a business perspective also, I think that would be something which would add to the spirit of the people. Next slide, please. From the COVID perspective, I would say that it has given us a unique opportunity in terms of connecting with the people. So we have had from a entertainment sort of organization, we have drifted towards a social organization in these difficult times. So we have had programs ranging from people who were like from 10-year-old kids to 70-plus-year-old folks. So we have conducted satsangs, we have conducted workshops for meditation, yoga, and we also conducted some of the workshops for Vedic mathematics. And that is something which I think has been appreciated among communities. So we want all of us to come together and to partner with us and take the benefits of what we can offer together and to serve the general community together. Thank you.
Thank you, Arvindji. Thank you so much for sharing about Charlotte Marathi Mandal. Now we will move on to Ekal Vidyalaya. We will ask Amitji to present. Amitji, or your, yeah, perfect. We can hear you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Amolji, and HS has been doing great job in our organization for COVID. So Ekal Vidyalay, about 125 years ago, Swami Vivekananda had said, if the poor child cannot come to school, the school must go to him. Next slide. So Ekal Vidyalay was formed to take education to the rural areas where there is no schools, there is no post office, there is no infrastructure. And this year, we passed a major milestone of having 102,000 schools all over India and educating 2.8 million students, which are roughly half and half boys and girls. Next slide. And since then, for about a decade, Ekal has expanded the program from covering education to five-fold educational model, which also includes healthcare, empowerment, development, and ethics and value education. And this has allowed us to grow it from just education for the kids to overall village development and progress of the village, as well as the parents of the children. Next slide. Ekal has also taken on various special projects. As you can see in the picture, it's a mobile computer lab, which goes from one village to the other and providing computer education to kids in these village districts. We also do Gramothan, or integrated village development, e-Shiksha with the tablets, and recently we have also started doing telemedicine through doctors remotely. Next slide, please. And Ekal is in every state in India, so no matter what state you come from, there is Ekal schools providing these services in those villages. And how Ekal operates is, or how these schools are funded, is by a donation of $1 a day, which is $365 funds the school and the village activity. Next slide. So for COVID, one of the programs is we provide tailoring services through the women in villages, and Ekal pledged making 1 million masks for the government and public health officers as well as Ekal volunteers, and has already delivered that. Next slide, please. Ekal also received Gandhi Peace Prize Award from our president and prime minister, and prime minister is also very supportive of Ekal. Next slide. Next slide, please. So during COVID, since we are not able to do live events, we are doing web-based events, and there is a musical event tomorrow evening, as well as next following week, and you can get the link from ekal.org. Next slide. So within Charlotte chapter, we do fundraising for about $55,000, which is about 135 schools. Our president is Vish Sivaraman, and Kamesh Tulsiji was our past president. And for any additional details and to provide your support or find out anything more, you can visit akel.org or reach out to any one of us. My email is amit.ruwala@gmail.com. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amitji. Now we will move on to Ekam organization to have Ramyaji to present.
Hey, namaste everyone. Thanks for the opportunity. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, Ekam is similar to Ekal. This Ekam is founded by Dr. Sai Lakshmi. She's a pediatrician. They focus on healthcare needs of people in underprivileged community in India as well as in US. What they do is they support they adopt Indian villages, and then they provide medical facilities. They even sponsor for transport. They even sponsor lab visits and things like that. And they also work with government for government hospitals if they have any gaps in the basic infrastructure needs of government hospitals. They also provide that, and they even take care of maintenance of hospital equipments and things like that. That's what they are doing. They have presence across 8 different states in India. So they are serving 8 different states in India, as well as in US, we have volunteers across multiple states. There are approximately 250 volunteers across United States. And this is some of the projects what we have done by Ekam Charlotte chapter. Ekam Charlotte chapter, we have started 2 years back, and approximately we are some 30 plus volunteers working for multiple projects. So the first one is the Sorpanandal village. So the Ekam Charlotte students, they adopted this village, and then they raised fund, and then they have helped the Anganwadi children in Sorpanandal village for the furniture and infrastructure needs of that Anganwadi center. And like that, that's our first project. But like that, we have done many projects in the past 2 years. The recent one during COVID time is our student volunteers conducted a art and writing contest for various school students across US and raised fund, and they have donated that to Mecklenburg Foundation, CMS Foundation for virtual learning. Things like that. So it's good, a wonderful journey. The best thing about Ekam USA is providing you opportunity for the parents and children to work together for community betterment. It's very nice to spend quality time with our own children and think about what our community needs and how we can help is a wonderful opportunity. I would welcome all of you to consider Ekam USA if you are thinking of providing any volunteering opportunities or work together with us for any of our projects. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ramyaji. Thanks for wonderful information on Ekam. Now I'll have Pramod Kulkarni ji to take over as a MC, and will request a framework for future to be ready. So over to you, Pramod ji.
Dhanyavad, Amol ji. I would invite now Anita ji and Clarence ji from Framework for Future to give some information about this organization.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope everybody's doing good with everything going on right now. I'm Anita. I'm a business leader here in the Charlotte area, and here along with Clarence, who is a well-respected entrepreneur, and I'm sure most folks on the phone know him. very good with networking. So we're very honored to be here, both of us, to represent the Framework for Future and what we do. I'll just give a quick introduction, and then Clarence will talk more. He is a founding member and a strong leader within the organization. Framework for Future really is for the youth. Here in the Charlotte area, the Asian leaders, and our goal is to empower them and create a bench strength of young Asian leaders who are good from a civic engagement standpoint and have a stance when it comes to politics. This group was formed because few leaders like Clarence himself came together and said, we as a community are not as strong when it comes to civic engagement and understanding what's happening in the broader community and helping. So that really was the goal behind bringing this organization together. And one of the things that we have done so far is brought some of the kids across all the organization that spoke so far. And then there's also a few, I'm sure, that we'll hear from later. Some of your children are part of this organization, and we've helped them develop and get a broader perspective on what the community is and what they can offer to the community. So that's something we are continuously working on. And we have a group of executive committee leaders who are helping mentor the children consistently and, help deliver results. Like we did a tennis event last year. We couldn't do it this year with COVID, but last year we did a tennis event for underprivileged kids and children who've not seen a tennis racket before, had the opportunity to do a 4-day camp with some of the Asian leaders who have competed and who understand what tennis is. So it was a very unique experience. And with that, we were able to create a connection with the community and teach our children what is it that the community is all about, right? It's not sitting in a protected environment within the house, getting them out and doing things. And they've naturally taken on to it, which I think is the most beautiful thing. Community service at nursing homes, the children go in and do that. They've done food delivery as well to nursing homes. They made their own plans for food delivery. And currently with COVID, the children are doing a lot of things in terms of making their own masks. They learned to make masks and drop it off at nursing homes and hospitals. I heard Vasant Bhai talk from BAPS early on. His son, who's a part of Framework for Future, did this on his own. He went out and raised about $4,000 and just to do PPE for the nursing homes. We also did a lot of other donations to the community workers. We've continuing to do that. We're going to police stations and trying to create that relationship with the leaders, community leaders and the cops with the Black Lives Movement and everything going on and COVID. We're trying to combine that and create a reassurance saying we are doing the right things while we're penalizing officers who are not doing the right thing. We also have a great time to recognize folks who are doing the right thing as well. So we're connecting with the public service leadership as well. What we are seeking for from the community, Clarence, can you please talk through that?
Sure. Thank you, Anita. I know we are past our time, but one of the things that we are looking to do is collaborate with other community leaders and organizations. With this time on COVID, we have partnered with Seva International. Thank you, Venuji, for bringing that. Again, we are at framework, the number 4future.org. Please encourage your kids to participate. It's a kids-led organization that is supported by adults, which is an inverted model from what we generally see. Again, thank you, HSS, for providing this opportunity. Namaste, everybody.
Thank you, Anita ji and Clarence ji, for giving the details about Framework for Future. I will now want to invite Indrajit Singh ji from Gurdwara Sahib, Charlotte. Indrajit ji.
Yeah, hi. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes, you're audible.
Oh, wonderful. So, hello, everyone. My name is Indrajit Singh Rajpal. and I'm the president of the Gurudwara Sahib Charlotte here. Now, while Gurudwara Sahib is not particularly, I would say, a Hindu organization, but our ties to the Hindu community goes back to several centuries ago. So Gurudwara Sahib Charlotte is the only Gurudwara within a 90-mile radius of Charlotte. The Gurudwara came into being in 2003, but the Sikh community in Charlotte, has been pretty small. During the 70s, we barely had a few families. And then in 1980s, a few more families joined in. In 1990s, the number increased a little bit. And then right around the year 2000 and 2001, especially after 9/11 happened, there was a heightened sense of urgency that we need to build a Gurudwara in Charlotte area. So we went ahead, procured the land, and developed this Gurudwara. And this has acted as a magnet for the Sikh community. When the Gurudwara had opened, there were barely 35, 40 families in 2003. And now, Charlotte being a banking hub, a lot of Sikh families did not move to Charlotte area because there was no Gurudwara here. And once the Gurudwara opened, the population just skyrocketed after that. Of course, I mean, it's nothing as compared to the broader Hindu community, but we still have, I think, about 300 plus families in the area who do get together every Sunday at the Gurudwara Sahib. Now, usually the Gurudwaras, just like every other Gurudwara in the world, we do not discriminate on the basis of religion, gender, caste, your social status. Gurudwara is open to everybody and everyone. Anybody can come in and join the Kirtan Darbar, which is held on Sundays. Right now, of course, due to the COVID situation, the Gurudwara is closed. But as Gurudwara, we do strive to meet, the religious, spiritual, cultural, and social needs of the broader community. Music plays also a big importance and a big role in, the worships that we do. So we do run a Sunday school to educate the children about our history, culture, and of course, have them learn the Kirtan as well. As far as our values go, the religion preaches, three basic tenets. One is Nam Japna, the second is One Ke Chakna, and the third is Kirat Karna. So Nam Japna means worship the name of the Lord. Kirat Karna means, earn your living by honest means, and One Ke Chakna means share your fortune with those of the less fortunate ones. So as all of you are aware, the sense of community service, it's unparalleled and unmatched. The Sikhs are there everywhere. All around the world, you can hear that Gurudwaras have opened up to various COVID-19 affected populations. They have served foods to millions and millions, not only in India, in US, but we have done this in Charlotte as well. Several volunteers have gone out and fed the homeless. Several volunteers have staged the mosques and gone out and donated the mosques. Not only that, while the Gurudwara is currently closed for the congregation, the Gurudwara is running a food bank at this time where the volunteers are coming and donating food, and that food is being carried over to various different organizations in the area. Now, the Gurudwara is managed by a board of trustees and a board of directors. I have listed out the regular information as to who the board members are, what is the address of the Gurudwara, and where it is the hours of operations. There is one thing I would like to pretty much say, that there has been a historic tie between the Hindu community and the Sikh community. While you celebrate Shivaji Maharaj's birthday, we celebrate the martyrdom of our ninth Guru, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, who literally gave his life to protect the right of Hindus to practice their own religion and their right of worship. We celebrate the birthday of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, who basically fought, just like Shivaji Maharaj, the Mughal tyranny in India, and we celebrate the birthday of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, who fought the British and the Mughals to unite almost the entire northern part of India under one kingdom. So we have a lot of commonalities. We are like brothers. In fact, our congregations on Sundays, when you look at 300 or 400 people in the Gurudwara on Sunday in pre-COVID situations, you'll find almost 25 to 30% of Hindu followers who are coming to the Gurudwara as well. So with that, I appreciate the partnership, appreciate the friendship, and in fact, I celebrate this brotherhood as well. With that, I'll close. Thank you.
Thank you, Indrajit ji. I would now want to invite Padmaya ji from Heartfulness.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. I'm one of the volunteers with Heartfulness Institute. Heartfulness Institute was established in 1945. We are in 75 years in 2020. The headquarters is in Kanha Shantivanam, Hyderabad, and we have the local address there for you to reach out. We have Kamlesh D. Patel as the global teacher of Heartfulness. He is the fourth in the lineage of the global teachers of Heartfulness. Heartfulness offers simple and subtle practices of meditation along with other techniques that connects each one with the light and love in their hearts. All the sessions offered by Heartfulness are free and are offered by certified trainers. And these sessions are offered either in person or in remote. And Heartfulness is a global non-profit organization in 165 countries. And anyone from any background or practicing any other systems can take up this practice and can be integrated into their lifestyle, irrespective of their level. And I can be reached out at this email ID, padmaja.pingu@gmail.com, if you'd like to offer this practice for yourself or for your organization. Thank you for having Heartfulness here.
Dhanyavad Padmaya ji. I would now want to invite Mahesh ji for representing Hindu Swayamsevak Sangha. Mahesh ji. Mahesh ji.
I'm sorry, I think it was on mute. Namaste. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mahesh ji, you are audible.
Namaste. Hindu Swayamsevak Sangha, HSS USA, is a voluntary non-profit social and cultural organization aims to organize Hindu community in order to practice, preserve, protect Hindu ideals and values with programs that develop personality and build character, develop physical and intellectual emotional well-being for all ages, connect an individual to a family and a family to the society. All activities are conducted in 200 plus places, which we call Shakha, across the United States. Carolina has such a 10 Shakhas, and in Charlotte we have 3, including also additionally we have Hindu Yuva chapter at UNCC. Multiple activities, when we say, we include yoga, peaceful learning, or Bauddhic or spiritual learning, also self-defense with including danda, or khel games activity to mingle with everybody, and also the instruments like flute or drum. We teach, we play together, we enjoy together. Similar to these activities in line, we also celebrate a lot of utsavas. Mainly the utsavas help us celebrate, cherish, like we said, we got to practice to continue for generations after generations. So one of the utsav we are here to get together today with all in a broader community to celebrate this utsav called Hindu Sanghatan Din or Diwas. Similar to that, we have Varshapatipada, Guru Puja, Guru Vandana, Raksha Bandhan, Vijayadashmi, Makar Sankranti, and a Ganesh Utsav, where in Ganesh Utsav actually help you to create your own murti and build your creativity along with it. Along with you, practice your dharma. So similar to that, if you go to the next picture, you'll see here the picture speaks, the work itself. The Ganesh Utsav celebrated by kids with a lot of joy on their face. We also do a Surya Namaskar Yajna. It was done at Hindu Center. This picture shows with a crop students. Roughly 300 to 400 students participated. Similar to that, we also do outreach, community seva, take road adoptions, work with or help on Universal Wellness Day, meet first responders such as firefighters, Guru Vandana, appreciating teachers' work. Along with that, now I would like to say this is done at 3 different places. Those are 3 different shakha in city. We said Adishakti Shakha, Kundalini Shakha, and Omkar Shakha. These are the addresses. These will be available later on the site along with more information on this organization for your reference. Dhanyavad.
Dhanyavad, Maheshji. I would want to invite Gauravji from Isha Foundation to have some words. Gauravji.
Namaskaram, everyone. This is Gaurav Thakur from Isha Foundation. I'm a foundation volunteer for last 4 years. Isha Foundation is a non-profit organization dedicated to human well-being, founded by Sadhguru. Sadhguruji, as some of you might know, is a yogi, visionary, foremost authority of yoga across the world, who's dedicated his life for human well-being. He has a unique ability to make ancient yogic science relevant to the current generation, like us, basically, who are working generation, normal people. His approach does not ascribe to any belief system, so it's not specific to any religion, and offers methods for self-transformation, which have been proven very powerful tools of self-transformation. He's an internationally known person. Is New York Times bestseller author. He's been invited to several popular world-renowned forums like United Nations Health Organization, World Economic Forum, etc. And he's been invited to speak in leading educational institutes like Oxford, London Business School, Yale, Harvard, etc. And Sadhguru has established Isha Foundation for raising human consciousness and fostering global harmony through individual transformation. Charlotte Isha Center is supported by local volunteers and guided by Sadhguru, offering his tools over last 10 years. In total, Isha Foundation has around 9 million volunteers across the globe. Over the last several years, Sadhguru has taken up many global initiatives like Action for Rural Rejuvenation, Project Green Hands, planting millions of trees, Rally for Rivers for saving rivers in India, Youth and Truth, and also Kaveri Calling campaign, which crores of people and several states supported last year. So next, I would like to talk about one of the foremost tools of transformation that Isha Foundation and Sadhguru offers is inner engineering. As we all know, there are situations and there are huge challenges all around us, but the most important thing is our own mind and emotion should not become the challenge. And that is the only way. If we are not a challenge to ourselves, then the rest of the world and outside factors we can handle, right? And so why inner engineering online? Right? Inner engineering is a process which involves 4 key aspects: body, mind, energy, and emotion. And the body and energy part is a transmission, but what can be done online is linked to mind and emotion. So inner engineering online, as you can see, is offered at a discounted price, and it's free for all the healthcare professionals. It's 50% off for everyone else till July 31st. So we encourage everyone to check this out. There are also several free offerings that Isha offers, and there are links which probably will circulate to you via PDF. There is Simha Kriya to support respiratory health. There is Yoga for Success and Isha Kriya, which is introduced meditation. So I would just like to thank you. I'm myself a Isha practitioner for last 4 years. It has transformed my life from inside out. It has helped me reduce stress, lost several of my personal habits like smoking and excessive eating. I've dropped those, and I've lost close to 40-50 pounds myself. So I'm completely transformed by just doing 30 minutes of this yoga practice every day. And wish you could all check this out and I hope everyone can transform their lives. Thank you.
Dhanyavad, Gauravji. Now I would want to invite Abhiram Shakadarji from ISKCON of Charlotte to have few representing their organization.
Hare Krishna.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Abhiramji.
So Hare Krishna, all of you. Thank you for inviting us. ISKCON is not a new organization for all of you. ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada brought ISKCON to the Western world 55 years back. ISKCON is one of the pioneer organizations where the Vedic philosophy has been brought to the Western world, and from this Western world, it has taken into the each and every part of the world, each and every country of the world. And if we see today, Prabhupada's books are being used by many organizations. Please go to the next slide. So these books are being translated in 65 different languages. Bhagavad Gita, written by Srila Prabhupada, is one of the most circulated books in the history of the books. And it is used also by many organizations. ISKCON today is focused on many activities. But if we learn about Bhagavad Gita's teaching, the entire Bhagavad Gita is focused on two things. One is you are not this body, you are the soul who is residing in this body. And the second thing is we are the servant of the Lord Krishna. We are the servant of his devotees. So the philosophy in ISKCON is to create learnings based on Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, promote vegetarian lifestyle, follow 4 regulatory principles, which is no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit sex, and build a character. Today, if you see, ISKCON in India is providing millions of meals for the school-going kids. It is called midday meal program. If you just go to YouTube and type midday meal in India, you will find so many videos around that. Every day, without fail, ISKCON is delivering so many meals. It is only to make sure that the character building happens. A lot of poor kids cannot come to school because they don't have food, but because of this midday meal programs, the school attendance has gone up, school's progress has gone up, and that is how ISKCON is building characters for future. In this COVID situation where the face-to-face association of the devotees are not possible, our organization has started doing so many online programs. I can say practically for every hour of the day, we have one online Zoom class or a conference call program is available. During summertime, we created a lot of classes for kids, summer camps, where they were taught about playing musical instruments like kartal, mridanga, harmoniums, sing kirtans, work in the meditation programs. And this is going on for last 3 months actually, since the pandemic has started and lockdown has started. We have been doing so many programs online that we don't feel even that we are locked down at home. Specifically, ISKCON of Charlotte has been playing a role in that. And if anyone is interested, please let me know. I will send the links for the shloka classes or the kirtan classes, which are happening every day. Regarding ISKCON of Charlotte, we have been doing Jagannath Ratha Yatra for last so many years. But unfortunately, this year we are not able to do that. We are stuck with the restrictions we have. As soon as the restrictions are open, we would like to start that again. For the future plans, we are trying to create association with any organization who could give us entry into the university students. We would like to do food distribution for university students. Also create a Bhakti Yoga club there where we can actually conduct Bhagavad Gita classes and also build mantra meditations, which is our Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So any organization who is either playing a role in UNCC or would like to partner with us, I would request their help and we can jointly work together. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Dhanyavad, Abhiramji. I would like to let every participant know about being cognizant of the time. I think we are already running out a bit late, so see to it that we follow the given time, a span of 3 minutes allotted. That being said, I would like to invite Akshay Jain ji from Jain Samaj of Charlotte.
Jai Jai everybody. You can hear me fine?
Yes.
Generally, we greeted each other by saying Jai Jinendra. Jai Jinendra is nothing but conquering our 5 senses and focusing on your Atma. So, because you are busy all day long, being worried about your 5 senses, entertaining your 5 senses.
So it reminds everybody to get away from your senses and focus on your Atma. So representing Jain Samaj of Charlotte here, Jain Samaj was formed in Charlotte we have been practicing almost 25 years, since 25 years, but it was officially formed in 2008 and it is located in Hindu Center. And history of Jain Samaj, so Jainism history, Jainism has been present since it is ageless really. Lord Mahavira, the 24th Tirthankar of Jainism, dates back 2,500 years, and before that it was Lord Parshvanath, who was 250 years before that. And Jainism is based on logic, sound scientific principles, which are even relevant today. Jainism is based on 5 principles: ahimsa, satya, asakya, brahmacharya, aparigraha, and Jainism. The social teachings of Jainism are based on love, brotherliness to all living creatures, and malice and hurt to no one. So Jainism is based on ahimsa paramo dharma. We can express the teachings of Lord Mahavira in the language of modern times and find they're still relevant today as they were 2.5 millennials ago. Jain Samaj of Charlotte is very active in the Jain principles. So we celebrate all Jain festivals. We have Mahavir Jayanti, we do procession of Mahavir Jayanti, Daslakshan Dharma, and Shamavani Parv, which the world is awakening to now, where we are seeking forgiveness from each other as well as from all the living beings of this world. We also have Jain Books Library. We have a weekly Swadhyay session where we are discussing Jain principles. And we also have the Mahavir Moksha Diwas. Jain Samaj is very active in the society. So we have done old clothes drive, blankets drive. We also collected money and donated lots of goods, the essential goods that they had desired to battered women and children. Jain Samaj has also participated in Hindi Center events as well as Festival of India in Charlotte. We also participate in Indian Association of Charlotte. Jain Samaj is also very actively participating in the Seva group, which is the mask making and the helpline that we have just started. We are actively participating with Free Charlotte. So we have free investors as well as free masters, and we have been participating with Free Charlotte for the last 3 years. We would like to be part of any volunteer activity for old age homes, child crisis centers, and cooking and serving vegan vegetarian food. So these are our points of contact. If anyone is interested, please feel free to contact us. And if there's any service that we can, volunteer event that we can participate in, please do reach out to us. Jai Jinesh. Back to you, Amojit.
I think we lost the audio somewhere in the middle. Anilji, I think you can start.
Hey, good afternoon, all. This is Anil Ukturi. I'm the coordinator for Jet USA Charlotte chapter. Thank you for inviting us. Thank you to HSS for giving us an opportunity to represent Jet on this platform. Little info on Jet and VT Seva organizations. And these organizations were founded by Sri Chinnaji Swamiji. And Jet is a spiritual organization which takes care of spreading the fragrance of Sanatan Dharma, whereas VT Seva is focused towards social activities. It's like a two eyes of a human. We have a separate for VT Seva, and these organizations operate under the motto called "Worship Your Own and Respect All, and serve all beings as service to God." This is very much relevant in today's world, as we live in a society where different faiths and beliefs, religions are present. And this is pretty much outlined in our scriptures, Vedas. And each and every being is part of the Lord Narayana and help those in need. That's what these organizations do. And the core mission of Jet USA is to inculcate the Sanatan Dharma, promoting the culture, the ancient heritage, the values in USA, and enable individuals to pass these rich Vedic traditions to our future generations. Now we have almost 30 plus centers across the USA. In Charlotte, we conduct various community events like satsangs. We celebrate the Vedic festivals throughout the year. And also we run a personality development program called Pragna. It is for kids from year 5 through 18. We teach kids about the culture traditions and all the moral stories, yoga, bhajans, Vedic math, languages. This program is called Pragna. Next slide, please. Yeah, Pragna is like an ability to transform good knowledge into action. Pragna motivates the kids to respect others. And we are pretty much dependent on everything like nature. So Pragna inculcates that knowledge. We have two Pragna centers locally in Charlotte and Concord areas. We have been running classes for almost more than 10 years. And please go to for more information. We have registrations open for next academic year. We most likely conduct classes online until schools are open. Next slide, please. Yeah. So as I said, Pragna for me is one of the initiatives that we've been running successfully in Charlotte. And as you know, we're moving away from Pragna. The core principle for any human being is to respect others, right? That's what happened. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Ramanujacharya Swami. He was the one, he was social reformer 1,000 years back. He was the first one to bring all the downtrodden into temples 1,000 years back. And he mentioned that all are equal in front of God. There's no partiality. And so Sri Chinnaji Swamiji came up with a project called Statue of Equality to express the gratitude to Bhagavat Ramanujacharya through this wonderful project, Statue of Equality. And this is the world's largest sitting statue, 216 feet high, and it's a dedication to great icon of equality. It's getting ready to be unveiled in Hyderabad, India. For more information, please go to statueofequality.org. Thank you, HSS, for giving this opportunity.
Thank you, Anilji. I would like to, after him, I would want to invite Lineshji from Kairali Satsang of Carolinas.
Namaste all. Hope everyone can hear me well. Okay. Kairali Satsang started early 2010. However, it was registered as a non-profit organization in 2016.
Dinesh, can you please start your video so I can spotlight you?
Thanks. Go ahead.
Can you see me now?
Yep.
Okay. Great.
Yes.
Okay. So Kairali Satsang started in 2010. However, it was registered as a non-profit organization in 2016. It was started with an intention of promoting Hindu culture, tradition, and practices among the Malayali community or the Kerala Hindu community here in Charlotte. So one of the prime agenda we had when we started is to meet once every month, every Saturday at Hindu Center, to have bhajans as a group and socialize within the community and educate our kids on what we are, how we perform certain practices, all those what is our culture. So the primary intention is to get our practices and customs to our kids. Okay, but later on we started growing, and we started promoting multiple Hindu cultural activities, partnering with Hindu Center, United India Community as well. Recently we conducted a biennial Kerala Hindus of North America Youth Convention in Charlotte by bringing delegates from various states in United States to Charlotte to conduct and create an awareness among the youth, Malayali youth here in Charlotte on various Hindu cultures and customs. We brought various Swamijis and cultural leaders from India to have open discussion with the kids over here to keep them understand what we are. Recently, we conducted a session from one of the Swamiji on how Bhagavad Gita impacts the current time, how the kids can relate certain things happening in their life with events in Bhagavad Gita, to have a correlation with Bhagavad Gita and their day-to-day life, which create a lot of interest on Malayali youth here on various aspects in Bhagavad Gita. We also conduct multiple charity activities. We support multiple organizations back in Kerala to bring them up from
Did we lose him?
Lineage?
So can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we support multiple organizations back in India, and we support them. We do fund collection drives from here and support various organizations back in India, back in Kerala, and in art and culture area as well. We conduct annual Swadhi Tirunal festival here in Charlotte to promote the cultural aspect within the Hindu community and across all the South Indian community here. And all the proceedings we get from these events will use to conduct
I think we lost him
Okay,
again.
I think
So we
we lost him again.
Yeah, move on.
Yes. Yeah. So I think I would now give control to Rohit ji to kind of take over and proceed with the further organizations. Dhanyavad, Dinesh ji.
Thank you. Thank you, Pramod ji. Namaste, everyone, and good afternoon. I'm Rohit from HSS. And now I would like to invite Mr. Radhakrishna to talk about North American Telugu Association. So over to you, Mr. Radhakrishna. Hello. Hello, Mr. Radhakrishna.
I think he's on mute. Let's unmute.
Can you unmute him?
Yeah, I'm unmuted. Radhakrishna ji, are you still around? Okay, let's go to the next organization and we can come back, Rohit ji.
Okay, sure. So the next organization is Munnuru Kapu Association, and Mr. Sri Kumar will be talking about it. So Mr. Sri Kumar.
Namaste, everyone. This is Sri Kumar Velupula. You guys hear me, Rohitji?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, I would, thank everybody to, coming here and the organization that HSS is providing. It's very great to have so many organizations together. So I represent Munur Kapu Association of North America. It's a non-profit organization, basically for all the Munur Kapu families. We all hail from Telangana, so basically, this organization was created back in June 2019 to help our, people in United States. As we came around here, like in last 20 years, with a lot of people are coming here as a non-immigrant visas and things. So we collectively started to help each other. Everybody comes with the visas and jobs and in their lot of dreams in their mind. So we always conduct different type of seminars to clear them doubts in while they are students, and also we try to help them if they have any visa issues or anything. So it's very we just born like a year back with the last almost 5 months.
Okay.
We are
అంటే
COVID-19.
మరి అది ఆర్డర్ ప్రకారం ఉన్నారు కదా, ఇంకా ఎంఓ ఉంది కదా అని వెయిట్ చేస్తున్నా.
Hello.
Go ahead, Sri Kumarji.
Yeah. So just this it's a baby organization. We are trying to make a very good help on our community, people from India, and also at the same time we are working with Hindu organizations and other local organizations. We have almost like 12 chapters around the United States. We are trying to bring our people onto the board and do save the heritage as our Telangana culture, and also help each other and create a lot of resources for new entrepreneurs. And we also work on bringing our society in a good financial help back in India with the scholarships and medical helps. And I'll be very happy to participate in this call. And thank you, Arvindji and Rohitji, for giving me an opportunity. And I wish every organization a good luck. I know it's a tough situation for everybody. Stay safe and thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sri Kumar. I would like to...
Rohitji, sorry to interrupt. We can have Nata.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Radhakrishna is ready.
Hello, Mr. Radhakrishna will talk about North American Telugu Association now. Thank you.
Yeah. Hi. Good afternoon. This is Radha Krishna, North American Telugu Association Board of Director. Thank you for Venugaru inviting for this opportunity to let everybody know about what is NATA and how the NATA is going to serve for the Telugu community. So can you go to the next slide? So it's a non-profit organization. So this organization has been established around 2010, and it's been around 50 states in US, and also in Canada and across India, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana now. So NATA has been promoted a lot of community services and a lot of cultural activities, right, to promote our Telugu, heritage in US, and who are primarily, born and brought in US, right? So that's where this organization has been formed for the who are growing in US. Can you go to the next slide, please? So, and also, right, NATA has been, conducted a lot of, multiple conventions to gather our Telugu community across the, US and also Canada. And these conventions has been like, more than 10,000 to 15,000 people, attending, to show their, community together. And also it's been served for a lot of service activities in terms of, right, to show we created like a platform, like how NATA has been, right, to showing them all of the Telugu people together, and providing, created a lot of platforms in terms of cultural activities, or in terms of sports activities, or in terms of any community related activities, right? So we have been conducted a lot, and also we brought those talents and show them elevate their talents, and taking back to their home country, right? Be able to get a lot of new opportunities has been encouraged. And also we have been provided, NATA has been provided a lot of students, right, who are coming here in US. They're doing for higher education. They require any kind of support, right, in terms of their financially, as well as any kind of legally, any kind of immigrations, right, any kind of support, right? So NATA has been assisted and provided. So can you go to the next slide, please? So I would like to bring to NATA is primarily focused last 10 years. We have been spent a lot of almost 8 crores. This is the last year slide, but this is 8 crores. We did a lot of service activities in both in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, 2 states, and also we served a lot of water plants, and also health camps, right? Any eye camps, right? So, and also for students, right? Many students, we provided a lot of scholarships for a year by year, right? And also NATA has been promoting to do the lot of activities in India. And also, we are going to providing a lot of opportunities to see across the globe, where this organization helping them. And also, so regarding COVID, recent, last January, I think the stuff that information is not available regarding COVID. NATA has been supported to the AP CM fund, and also Telangana CM funds. We support for 15 lakhs for each state to provide the basic necessities of COVID-19 in terms of masks, or in terms of any beds where we provided, right? So, and also on top of that, last year we have been we went to we created the NATA Seva Days, and around 4,000 kilometers, almost 52 organizations, we reached out there, to their, across the both states, Telangana and Andhra. We provided the old schools. We donated almost 15 crores of rupees, in various ways, right? You will be able to see that all the service acts that we have been done. So NATA is going to be there always front head for any kind of service related to their community, either in India or in US or in Canada or across the globe. So, and also we are going to be promoting a lot of cultural activities across the country, across the world as well, beyond America and Canada and India only. So yeah, so so this is what I just want to give a highlight, and thank you for giving an opportunity, for let everybody know about NATA, how the NATA is going to help. So always NATA will be here to help to serve to our community and promote our community for various cultural activities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Radhakrishna ji. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Narsi ji to talk about Sahaj Yoga meditation. Over to you, Mr. Narsi ji. Mr. Narsi?
Yes. Thank you, Rohit ji. Namaste, everyone. My name is Narsi, and I represent Sahaj Yoga meditation. Sahaj Yoga meditation. Can you please bring up these slides? Thank you. So Sahaj Yoga meditation is a meditation technique based on Kundalini This is started by Shrimataji Nirmala Devi in 1970 back in India, and she had herself spread all over the world. She worked hard for nearly 40 years. She's no more with us. She left this world and she had spread all, and now it is being spread by the volunteers. Can you please go to the next slide, please? This has only the contact, and so that's the history that she started, and she passed away in 2011, and this continued to be spread by the volunteers. And this technique is based on the experience, a self-realization experience on Kundalini awakening that we have in each human being, irrespective of where we belong to, which religion we belong to, and whatever we are. So that takes when we actually have this experience, and using that experience, we keep meditating, we practicing the meditation, we get benefits in all walks of our life. We get an inner peace, and we become automatically become over a period of time moral, and we have a inner qualities. We develop outer qualities from inside. We get to the respect everything by just getting inside moral, and we get a connection to the everyone, and then we are balanced. I've been practicing this for last 10 years. I, along with hundreds and thousands of people, more than 150 countries, have benefited this from this meditation for the last 40 years. And Shimaji insisted that this always has to be free, because it is a spiritual meditation. We cannot really sell this. So that's what Shimaji said. Shimaji herself has a lot of rewards, and just one of them to say, she is in 1997 London, Claes Nobel, grandnephew of Alfred Nobel, chairman of United Earth, honored her life and work in a public speech at the Royal Albert Hall, which is available in the YouTube for anyone to look into. And there's a lot of organizational activities we did in Charlotte and North Carolina. We worked with HSS in last 2019 International Yoga Day, and we did meditation with 2 groups of people. And we also did the meditation in the Makara Sankranti HSS in Charlotte. After the Makara Sankranti Surya Namaskars, we did a meditation program. And also in this year's International Yoga Day program, we have meditated online with everyone. So right now, normally we have a class every Sundays 3 to 4 p.m. at Dance Fever Prosperity Park, Charlotte. But in the COVID situation, we are doing it in online. We have the Zoom link here. Everyone can please join and benefit and see that. It sometimes takes some time to get into that, but it would definitely be, everyone just feels that experience. It will just matter of time. If it'll give a lot of balance in the life. And I just wanted to, because this is a auspicious coronation day of Shri Shivaji, I just want to say what Shrimataji talked about Shri Shivaji. Shivaji said both Shri Shivaji and his guru Samartha Ramdas are divine personalities, and Shivaji said that he is a born realized, a great soul who had such principles and such beautifying life in his language, in his attitude and everything. With all that, he was still very brave person, and he is very divine personality. And he was always a detached personality, and he always accomplished what he visioned for. That's what Shivaji said about Shivaji, who is a great person. It's very good to remember about him. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Nasirji. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Sri Kumar Anadi for Sai Temple at Indian Trail, Charlotte. So over to Mr. Sri Kumar Srikar.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. Namaste, everyone. This is Srikar Nadi, and I'm one of the board of director of Shri Sai Temple of Charlotte, SSTC. It's a non-profit organization. Before going any further, I would like to first of all, on behalf of SSTC, I would like to thank HSS for giving us this opportunity and platform to introduce ourselves to other organizations across Charlotte region. As I said, it's a non-profit organization. We started about a couple of years ago. We are a newbie basically. We just started. We acquired some land to build this temple. It's about 36 acres land, and it's right in between north and south of Charlotte. And can you move on to the next slide, please? Yeah, it's right. Yeah, that's exactly the location, and as you can see on the screen, is right. It's approachable, accessible to both north and south of Charlotte, and it's about 36 acres of land. And it's a temple. It's a beautiful land, and we have all the approvals and everything, and we all set to build the temple, start the temple in probably with the grace of Baba in a couple of months. Can you move on to the next slide, please? Okay. So basically, it's the services. Actually, since we started just now, a couple of years ago, we just want to provide the once the temple is built, we just want to mimic exactly whatever we do in Shirdi. We just want to build the temple as it is, as exactly like Shirdi, and provide the services as Shirdi Sai Temple of Charlotte, as Shirdi in India. Basically, our mission is to spread the whole. There's a saying, Baba. I just want to quote Baba. What the world needs today is neither a new order, new education, a new system, a new society, and not a new religion. The remedy lies in a mind and heart filled with holiness and spirituality. Basically, our mission is to spread the holiness and spirituality through seva and follow the teachings and principles laid down by His Holiness Sai Baba. So we are doing the different activities. We are taking up some activities throughout the year, doing the Palak Seva across the Charlotte region. Other objectives of the temple are to spread the philosophy of peace, for peace and communal harmony and welfare of all beings. I think thank you once again for bringing all of us together on common platform. Looking forward to collaborate and work with you all together for greater good. Thank you.
Thank you, Srikarji. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Prakash for Sanskrit Bharati. Mr. Prakash ji.
Sarvebhya namaskaraha. Mama nama Prakashaha. So Sanskrit Bharati, Charlotte's town. Can you please go to next slide, please? Yeah. So why we need to speak Sanskritam? It's a vessel that holds the nectar of Sanatana Dharma and Bharatiya Sanskriti. So let us protect and preserve this vessel. So this is the language of our gods. Let us speak their language. So through Sambhashanam, we can preserve our Deva Bhasha. As a language, Sanskritam is the cultural backbone of India. It holds the key to the India's timeless, rich and cultural heritage. Knowledge of Sanskrit opens new areas in Indian philosophy, yoga, Ayurveda, mathematics, and it's limitless. So let us, it is believed that let's preserve this cultural heritage, and that way we also secure that the philosophy, the Vedas, the knowledge is preserved in our heritage. So next slide, please. Yeah, Sanskrit Bharati USA activities are follows. It's a non-profit organization started in 1995. So one of the main motto is Sambhashanat Shastra Paryantam. So we learn everything through Sanskritam. And it's a volunteer organization. More than 1,000 adults are learning Sanskritam online nationwide because of COVID situation. More than 750 kids learning Sanskritam online. More than 500 adults and more than 500 kids waiting in line to get into the classes. So there are like more than 50 centers and hundreds of volunteers running volunteering activities in various centers across USA. They're teaching, managing bookstore, and getting trained to teach kids and learning Sanskritam. So one of the thing I want to encourage everyone to attend Shibirams, Samskrita Bharati Shibirams is a one-day program. It's like 8 hours. So in that, how easily you can speak Sanskritam, because the language is used every day in almost all Indian languages. So highly we recommend to attend these Shibirams, and some of them are like another aspect I want to emphasize is that SAFL students can enroll into the programs, basically learning Sanskritam. So then there is Sambhashana Sandeshaha monthly magazine, and also there is a new movie Punyakoti premiered by Bharati Samskrita Bharati, which is great for kids, and many more is planned. And next slide, please. Samskrita Bharati Charlesthanam history. So it started in 2008, and these are the Samiti members, and the main contacts are Sridhar Mahodaya, Joy Mahodaya, Shravanti. The contact list is here. Can you please move to next slide? Yeah, Sthanam activities. So one of the such Sambhashanam Shibiram conducted in February 2020, and free classes are conducted for kids and adults on every Saturdays at 2 locations in Charlotte. One is in South, another in North. And Balavarga is for kids 6 to 13 age, and adult classes in parallel, mostly attended by parents of such kids. So there are free 6 online classes running in parallel in every week, and there are more high school kids, students enrolled in several programs. And Samskrita Griham is one of the target, meaning 2 or more people speaking in a family. So we encourage everyone to be part of Samskrita Bharati. Please, already a lot of people are as part of trainers, as part of students. So these are all some of the wish list. Expand Balavarga classes. We need a lot of volunteers to teach kids and adults, and let's preserve Sanskritam language. Jayatu Sanskritam, Jayatu Manukulam. Jai Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Dhanyawad.
Thank you, Prakash ji. Next, I would like to invite Mrs. Lakshmi Madala to talk about Satya Sai Baba International Organization at Charlotte. Lakshmi ji.
Hi Ram, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Sai Ram, everyone.
Sai Ram.
Sai Ram.
So our organization name is the Satya Sai Organization of USA, and our guru is our God Satya Sai Baba from India. And it is in US, the organization is established in 1975, and we conduct our bhajans and bal vikas in Hindu Center. So usually before COVID, we were meeting at Hindu Center every Sunday afternoon 2 to 5 for kids and the bhajans. And the organization history is the Satya Sai Organization of USA is a non-denominational voluntary organization located almost all 50 states and 160 countries. It's coordinated by Satya Sai Council of America, established in 1975. The Satya Sai Organization of USA is a voluntary organization, and it is over 200 centers and 160 countries now. It was little old, 126, now around 160 countries we have everywhere. Almost every country we have Satya Sai Baba organization. So the main motto is there is only one caste, the caste of humanity. There is only one religion, the religion of love. There is only one language, the language of heart. There is only one God, he is omnipresent. So we say that God can be any form, any religion, it doesn't matter. The love is very important for everybody. That's what Bhagavan says, Satya Sai Baba explained in every discourse and every act of his. So during the COVID and before COVID also, we are included our service activities. Most of them we have not stopped. We are trying to do as much as virtually, like dropping the groceries at shelters, or through Costco. Most of the shelters we have ordered for kids and women, especially if you see women shelter, which is run by Salvation Army. They have like in that shelter itself, there'll be like 380 women out of 380 beds. Out of 380 beds, almost 200 kids, plus 140 to 180 women. This one of the big organization where they need a lot of help. So we have dropped, especially the kids didn't go to school, they were at home. They were in the shelter all the time, so we dropped 3 times the kids snacks and milk, juices, all those things we dropped from Costco. And mask seva we did, and we do the medical camp yearly once for unprivileged communities. And the sandwich seva is the one which we are still continuing every month. So through Aldi, we order all every weekly. All once we order Aldi sandwiches, we drop off at the places wherever is required, and we do the recycling of collection of electronics items and other things. We are doing a lot of other things which I have not completely, but the main task is here is what I think is we all have come on this platform. It's a great way. When I was going through most of organization, which I didn't know never before, I never heard. I was thinking, okay, Satsai organization is where I work and I believe in Swami and I believe in that organization. But when I hear all this good work is happening, definitely we like to pitch in, and we'll invite all of you to involve in our voluntary work going forward also.
Somebody
And
marked
if there is
green, so I was not knowing why it is.
so if there is any platform, any email we can share so that we can involve other organizations also with our organization for the voluntary work. Thank you, Amol ji and Santoshi, for giving me this opportunity. And Jai Sai Ram.
Thank you, Lakshmi ji. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Anand Bhatia for Satyanarayan Group at Charlotte.
Namaste. This is Anand Bhatia from Satyanarayan Group. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So Satyanarayan Group started the Katha somewhere close to say 85, around 85 to 90. And it was started by our great leader, late Mr. Gobind Bhojwani and his family. The way he started is he started the Katha in a very small place. The way I know or I understand was somewhere in the restaurant. The objective was in that time, there were not many Indians in Charlotte and they didn't know each other. So the objective was how to bring small Indian community together in the form of Satyanarayana Katha, let them have get together, know each other. And then what he used to do is that after the Katha, he used to have prasad in the form of the dinner kind of thing. So the objective was to bring every Indian in the Charlotte together in the form of the Katha. So that's how it's been started. It's being done. And now after what happened is this, right? Slowly, the Satyanarayana Group made Hindu Center as the home. And from, I think maybe from around 95 onwards, or maybe around 90, the Katha was happening in temple every first Sunday of the month around 5 p.m. So it started at 5 p.m. nowadays, and then it's finished somewhere close to 7 p.m., followed by the Aarti, Satnarayan Katha Aarti and everything. And after the Katha, we serve the Mahaprasad for the dinner to every attendee who are attending the Katha here. So the main objective is again to bring all the community together here, kind of things here. The main achievement of this group is now we want our objective and our group thing is this, right? How is to now the kids, right? The kids, how to bring the kids closer to our Indian culture. We want and we want to invite all the groups which are participating today in this session. If at least 2 groups per month, if they want to come and join the Satyanarayana Katha, we want to welcome everyone on that Katha. At the same time, we are looking for the help and volunteers from the other group in the form of maybe providing the transportation to the senior citizens. The senior citizens, they want to come to the Katha, but again, they don't have the proper way of transportation. So if any group want to help bringing the senior citizens to the Katha in the form of transportation, they are most welcome. The other kind of seva or volunteers we need is kind of distributing the prasad and then distributing the food at the end. And at the same time, in the beginning of the Katha, if they can come and do the setup in helping of the setups, kind of things there. At the same time, if any group, if they are interested to do the bhajan kind of things there, then they are most welcome and they can come to the Katha and do the bhajans as well. So these are all our objectives. The main contact of the Katha is myself, Anand Bhatia, and Kanchan Mir Chandani. At the same time, in the background, the Bhojwani family is still very active. Mrs. Bina Bhojwani, they are active. Anybody can contact all of us, as well as because Hindu Center is our main center of the activities. They can also contact Reena ji or Hemant Bhai for anybody who want to sponsor the Katha or anybody who want to celebrate their special occasion like their marriage anniversary or their kids' birth or their birth celebrations. They can contact us and then sponsor the Katha. It's a very easy way to sponsor the Katha. Thank you very much. Again, Bol Satyanarayan Bhagwan ki
Jai.
Thank
Thank you, Anandji.
and thank you, HSS. Thank you.
Thank you, Anandji. I would like to ask everyone to try to stick to the timeline. We are running over time. It's already over 4, and we have a couple of organizations more. So next is Rajashekar ji for Seva International.
Namaste, everyone. I am proud to represent this organization whose Executive VP and COO, Mr. Arun Kankani ji, is today's keynote speaker. So what is Seva? Seva means service in Sanskrit. Seva International is a non-profit organization which was incorporated in 2003. It is a worldwide organization. In the US, we have about 41 chapters across 30 states. We have about 5,000 dedicated volunteers to provide selfless service efforts to welfare of all, irrespective of the religion, race, nationality, gender. Our motto is Nar Seva, Narayan Seva, which means serving the humanity is same as serving the God. And also Sarvo Bhavatu Sukhina means let's all be happy. And our mission and vision is increase civic engagements of the community, to volunteer and promote volunteerism. We aspire to do seva by tan means giving time physically, man means giving time mentally, and dhan means donating wealth for positive impact on the community. We are doing many projects across the world. Some of them, as you can see on the slide, some of them listed on the screen. We partnered with the local HSS chapters to donate food and also masks, as you can see, to hospitals and also frontline workers. Our request to all of you today is please spread the word by referring your friends and coworkers to Seva International, anyone who is interested in volunteering. All of us have a common goal to help community. So together we serve better. Namaste. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rajashekharji. Next one is Satish, Mr. Satish Rawal from Shanti Niketan.
Satish ji, you there?
Yes, I'm here, ready. Thank you. Namaste to everyone. Many thanks on behalf of the Shanti Niketan Senior Center, which is a part of Universal Institute for Successful Aging of California. I'm sorry, to Carolina. I'm sorry, I moved from California, so I still can't get out of it. To participate in Hindu Sanghatan Diwas annual event of HSS, we at Shanti Niketan Senior Center have been in action since 2004. When Typhoon Charlie hit Carolina, and we have been working with various senior citizens and senior citizen organizations whose core mission is to help those who need assistance in living healthy, enjoyable life in prevailing circumstances. Our founding member, Mr. Nimish Bhatt and Lynn Quetch, have been the center of power. Their efforts have been recognized and rewarded by Mecklenburg County. And we are starting a meal program for seniors from Monday, the July 30th. We have facilities for seniors for a co-housing. So if you know any senior citizen who's not being treated well and he needs the support, please contact us. And our motto is to help and live with the ideology of Vishwa Vasudevam Kutumbak. Thank you very much and have.
Dhanyawad Satish ji. I would now like to, we are already running quite late by about 30 odd minutes. So please bear with us. We still have about 8 odd organizations. So would now want to see that every organization stipulates or sticks to the 3 minutes. Thanks for the cooperation. I want to invite Padmaya ji from Shri Sai Gurudev Datta Mandir.
Actually, as we are running out of time, I am just handing it over to Mr. Arvind ji, and he will just introduce the keynote speaker, and then we'll go from there. Okay, Mr. Arvind ji, you're there?
Yes, I am ready.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, namaste everyone. I know we had like too many organizations presenting. We run out a little bit. I know this is a positive sign, but keeping in view, we would like to get our keynote speaker, Mananiya Shri Arun Kankani ji. It's an honor to actually introduce him. After his keynote address, we will again continue with the remaining organizations. So please stick on with us. So with this, I want to introduce Shri Arunji. Arunji originally has like roots from Rajasthan in Bharat, but he has been born and brought up in Mumbai. He moved to USA in 1996 after spending a brief period of 4 years in United Kingdom. Arunji was involved in the inception, with Seva International in UK since its inception, and also the same in United States. Presently, he holds the Executive Vice President and COO responsibility at Seva International USA. He is a certified trainer for MBTI and has conducted many workshops specifically designed for social workers and their families to better understand of the self and creatively using difference in preferences. On the professional side, Arunji works as a director of inventory management at Star Pipe Products, a pipe fitting manufacturing and distribution company with headquarters based out of Houston. Along with the Executive Vice President COO responsibility, Shri Arun Kankaneji also has has been a member of the National Executive Committee of Hindu Swayam Sevak Sangh. He lives in Houston. He's been there since 2000 with his wife Meena ji, who is a yoga therapist, and also they have 2 children. He has mentored many of the Karyakartas and was the key pillar behind many successful initiatives that Seva International and HSS have implemented in the past. And it's once again an honor that we have Shri Arun Kankani ji, and I want to welcome Shri Arunji to deliver the keynote address for today. Thank you.
Namaste, Arvindji, and namaste to everyone. It's good to virtually connect with all of you. If it is possible, those who are there, if it is convenient and not too much inconvenient, if they can turn on the video, then at least I'm trying to memorize the names would be fine, but trying to memorize the faces also. I know that a few, at least 5 Karyakarta I have met before. But most of the faces are new, and I'm very glad to connect with all of you here. In Hindu Swayam Sevak Sangh, this tradition of celebrating Hindu Sanghatan Diwas is very old. It is one of the Utsav. But translating it into this form of Samaj in USA, I think around 2000 it started. And it has been a very, very positive and fulfilling experience. The focus approach has been not that everyone would be able to work under one umbrella organization. That is not the thought. The key word is the synergy. In Bharat, in our culture, if we have to say the whole perspective of, we say that it is basically unity, underlying unity is there, all is one, sarvam khalvidam brahma. So that unity is there. So apparent diversity, which is visible outside, seeing the underlying unity, that has been the beauty of our culture. And that aspect in the organizational form, Seva in the Sangha, we had been trying to do it in this form. So the approach is that all the organizations, community organization, linguistic organization, religious organizations, various organizations that are formed are serving different purpose. And they need to do the things. There is a value addition, like Hemant Aminji at the beginning mentioned, the Hindu Center established in the 80s over there. So what it has served is significant role in the community over there. So all the organizations, whether new or old, serves a specific purpose, and there is a need which it meets, and that is why it is important. But the important thing is that if there is collaboration, cooperation, understanding, and respect, then we build on each other's strength. That is the perspective with which, that is the purpose of celebrating Hindu Sanghatan Diwas in the form of Samaj Utsav. That is, all the different organizations come together. For me, sitting here in Houston, it is very inspiring that so many organizations, I'm pretty sure that if not all, some of you are also seeing most of the faces first time, that there are so much of extraordinary work going around in Charlotte, so many dimensions, so many aspects, whether it is youth, whether it is seniors, whether it is surveys, whether it is religious, cultural, so many dimensions are happening in Charlotte. So it must be definitely very, very inspiring for all of us are doing this mainly for, in a way, I would not say that I'm not trying to put the goals for everybody, but it came out in the various presentation that cultural continuity. So whatever sanskar, whatever the positive and good that we bring with us, that should continue in the next generation. And not only next generation, but whatever is positive should also spread around us. It should also, if the flower has the fragrance, it is to give the benefit to everybody. So with that perspective, whatever all the organizations in their own specific area, they are serving the community. Cultural continuity, the sanskar, in our scriptures and in our culture, we say there are 4 aspects. One is the value itself is important. Then there has to be a role model. And then there has to be proximity to the role model. And the 4th is the activity. So these are the 4 important components for the sanskar, for any good value. If it is to be imbibed, it is to be inculcated. So all our organizations that have shared is basically trying that, providing that role model, providing that atmosphere, providing that proximity to the people who are following the path, and providing activities so the good values can be inculcated. So we don't just become the votary of the good values, but we also practice those. Becoming voter is simple. We can all agree that we should be doing good exercise, getting up early in the morning, do all the good things, but we all know that it is not that easy. So if we have to vote, we can vote for it. But as Isha Foundation Karyakarta was describing, in the 4 years, he has given up not only bad habits, but a very significant portion of his body, 40 to 50 pound weight he has lost. So all this thing, when we are saying this, inculcating sanskar, providing the atmosphere, nourishing atmosphere, all this effort we are doing through our organizations, providing that role model activities, so that way our future generation can continue, as well as our atmosphere gets benefited because of this. Sangha has started this tradition of celebrating Hindu Sanghatan Diwas. We have generally, you can say, focused or shared 3 ideas. Those 3 ideas are: one is the awareness about our culture, second is the youth, and the third is service. Now, when I say share these ideas, means what? So when we say that our cultural continuity is one of the major aspects of all our organizations, it is important that we follow that, we learn that, we know about it, we know people who do it. That is true. But the atmosphere also surrounding the environment is also extremely important. Here in USA, we are in an environment which is surrounding us, whether children go to the school or we go to the work or wherever we go. It is not necessarily an environment of our same culture. So the culture is different, values also to some extent may be different. Now in this atmosphere, if we are not careful, then unfamiliarity generally creates fear. Unfamiliarity. So it is important that we take the ownership of sharing what Hindu culture is in our environment to the non-Hindus also. Otherwise, they will be reading whatever they are fed good or bad media, and they will be making their own interpretations. So awareness of Hindu culture, what Hindu Dharma is, in amongst the non-Hindus also is important. And that aspect very positive and big way, which is very important aspect. So this type of activity, because it is important that our children continue the traditions, our families continue. But if the atmosphere is not ripe and right, it will be very, very difficult, because satsang is very important. Satsang for us when we go to outside in work environment or other environment, satsang for our children when they go to the school, all this is also extremely important. And if there is awareness about our culture, what Hindu Dharma is, it is not for conversion purpose. It is not that everybody should become Hindu. No, that is not never the purpose, because we believe that basic underlying unity is there. All is one. Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, when we say that all is one. So we are not trying to convert. Conversion is again to our culture. But it is important that people understand the culture, appreciation is there, understanding is there. So different organizations need to continue that effort, because we are very small minority. We cannot assume that everybody will know. Nobody knows. Even our own children don't know about our own culture. So unless we make effort, it is not going to happen that people around us will understand us correctly. So this first focus of awareness is from that perspective, that all organizations are doing, and certain things we can synchronize in a way, so that way there is a bigger impact created, whether it is through exhibition, whether it is through celebration of Diwali or Diwali food drive or any other. People, different ideas are there, different people can do, but some kind of synergy in effort, so that way in different areas, this awareness targeting all the segment of the society. In the administration also, it is important that people know about Hindu culture, Hindu values. People know in the academic field is also very important. People knowing in the police and other services also is important. So that way they are aware of what are the norms and what the Hindu culture, what the tradition is, why people ask you to take out the shoes, what it means, and what the tradition is. So this awareness has to continue, and everyone doing own efforts should be, or there could be some synergy that there is a larger impact created. Sometimes doing it at a similar time frame or with a specific focus, different people doing in different aspects. That is one aspect. The other area in Hindu Sanghatan Diwas across USA, in Hindu Swayamsevak Sangh, we had been suggesting is the youth focus. Most of the places in Houston, for example, we have more than 30 temples now. And I'm pretty sure that that is the case in big cities as well. $1 billion investment is done in these institutions. But unless our children, the next generation, are taking leading role in it, unless they get involved and get engaged into it, what will happen after 20 years, 30 years? So this is a very important dimension, that youth leadership engagement, engaging our youth in the leadership, not only education. Generally up to 8th grade or 7th grade, till they are teenager, parents are able to force them to the various educational institution, whether it is temple or whether it is some kind of activity locally. But what happens after that? What happens when they go to college, when they are young adults, when they are getting married and they are having their own children? Are they still connected? In various organizations, providing them opportunity, working with them, understanding them. So this is the second dimension, that, and sharing the experience. Some are more successful than others. So sharing the experience amongst each other, so that way all the organization has this focus of nurturing and engaging and bringing them forward, like framework for future. They were explaining that there is a upside down organization or the reverse organization, that the teenagers or the children are leading the efforts. So spatial effort, spatial understanding, experience sharing can be done with the focus on the youth. And the third aspect of service. Now service, one aspect of service is feeding the homeless or din dukhiyon ki seva. That dimension is there. But even other aspects, say for example, yoga day, you are teaching yoga, that also is a service, because you are teaching meditation, it is also a service because it is transforming the lives. So any form, and seva is not only from our culture, we say seva really purifies us. It is the best way. In fact, in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna very clearly says that in the Karma Yoga, the only tool is seva, because it is done for others and without attachment. So serving others is the way of purifying ourselves, and it's a spiritual sadhana. That is very correct, that is true. But seva is also a very, very important and useful means for samparka, for reaching out, for outreach and connecting. And it is important that Hindu community also is looked upon or felt by the other local community, that we are working shoulder to shoulder with them in the local needs where it is there, where they are working, where they are volunteering. In USA, volunteerism is very, very good. It's a very strong thing here. At all the age group, in all the institutions, at pretty much all the levels, it is extraordinary. So this, the people, the society should feel that Hindus are also working with us, shoulder to shoulder. So our volunteerism should not be only for our organization. Yes, it is important. There also it is needed. But there has to be some effort, at least once in a year, at least one activity we need to take up, so that we are working with the local community, non-Hindu community, for the local causes. This is the third dimension of seva. So these three aspects, awareness, youth and seva, these are the three dimensions which has been highlighted in such programs, Hindu Sanghatan Diwas. So, and it is not that only one organization can do all of it. And it is not that there has to be one big platform and there has to be one big one program where everything is done. That is not the idea, because the vastness of the challenge is huge. So the multi-pronged approach is also needed, multiple organization, multiple talent, that all is needed. But the synergy is the important. So if the synergy is there, then we are all going in the same direction. Here, Jagannath Rath Yatra was also mentioned. Twice a year they do in ISKCON, they said. So Jagannath Rath Yatra, all of you may be knowing, in Jagannath Puri when it happens, that chariot, it is carried by people. There are no horses, there are no elephants, there are no mechanized instrument, but the people carry it out. Now, the task of working, of continuing our culture is like a Jagannath Rath. It is a huge task. And in that, only one person, one organization's efforts are not going to be sufficient. Many people will have to work, and all of us are working, and work with synergy with the same attitude of respect and goal. That clarity, with that, when we work together, then the whole Jagannath Rath moves. So with this, I congratulate all of you to come together and spare time, so much of time. It has gone much beyond the 4 o'clock, which was targeted over there. It is a positive thing, good thing that so many organizations have joined and have shared very, very enriching experience with everyone. So I'm glad that we are all together here and we'll be able to hear other organizations also reports and continue this good work in our own area. Knowing each other is a beginning. So at least now the sharing starts, discussion starts, at least some synergy starts, and eventually many things evolve out of it. I'm based in Houston, and I can tell you when multiple organization Karyakarta know each other, tremendous things happen. And I can share about Harvey experience and the COVID experience, not only from Houston, but across the country. The way it has been, the whole community has been working it together. I was also involved in the Howdy Modi here. And I can tell you it is because of all those connections over the years that we were able to develop amongst the organization that within 2 months, such a mammoth task was managed. So this is the very good beginning, knowing each other, working together, and we continue with this. Only one point I will mention, as was also mentioned, I am also involved in Seva International, and COVID time, massive efforts are going on, and you are aware of it also across the country. And it is not only Seva International is doing. Seva International has become the medium, has become the kind of platform, and in energizing and enabling, empowering all the various organizations across the country. That has been our approach. And many organizations have worked across the country. In fact, across the country in USA, we have been able to work in 27 states in 198 cities, collaborating with more than 500 organizations. So this has been a very positive thing. Now we are trying to bring out a digital report showing the organization, highlighting the organization as well as their efforts. And it could be small or more. Some of you have done great effort, whether it is mask making, providing the food, and many other things others have done. Others have just arranged for getting the information, building the confidence. That also is important. So whatever you have done, kindly consider. We are trying to bring out the digital report. We are collecting the information from all the organization. I request all information so that we can highlight your organization and your organization's efforts in this digital report also. I request Karyakarta to share that link to all of you. With that, namaskar and congratulations, as well as hope to continue to hear more and sometime in person also meet all of you. Dhanyavad.
Arunji will have question answer session with you as well. So we'll continue this discussion ahead. Thanks.
Yeah, while we are all on this one, whoever has not yet turned on the video, I would request everybody to turn on the video. So this is a good opportunity to see all of the organizations. Yeah, Arunji, sorry, I interrupted.
Yeah, that's fine. I was just saying that if the question answer, in the interest of time, if you can allow the chat entry so people can enter any specific question or any idea or comment, that way they can enter it over there, and we can continue our manage the whole thing in the timely manner. Presently, the chat is disabled, so you can enable it if it is okay for you.
Yeah, Molji, next organization.
Yeah, I think Rohit.
Yeah, I think no. Yeah, this is me. So I would invite Padmaja ji from Sri Sai Gurudev Datta Mandir.
Namaskaram to everyone. My name is Padmaja Nunna, and I thank you to all the speakers who have shared such good thoughts so far. I'm here to represent Sri Sai Gurudeva Datta Mandir, and our mission is to promote universal love, peace, harmony, and promote values of truth, tolerance, and forgiveness. Also to spread Shraddha and Saburi, faith and patience. Our organization is run by volunteers. It is a place for community to come together in learning and practicing Sanatana Dharma. We are thankful to all our volunteers. Can we have the next slide, please? Yeah. Um, I'm sorry, I think the previous slide, sorry. Yes, this mandir was started in 2011, and since then it has been serving Greater Charlotte area for all the devotees. By the grace of Sai, we were able to acquire a very nice place to support the expanding devotee needs and open to public on Sai Baba's Punyatithi and Vijayadashmi in 2018. Then on October 7th, 2019, on Sai Baba's 101 Punyatithi and Vijayadashmi Day, Baba's Prana Pratishtha was done. I think we can go to the next slide. Yeah. Currently, like we are providing services to our community by the use of rooms in our Dwarkamai to teach different programs that promote arts, awareness, and develop various skills. We are expanding the facility to be able to service even more of our community. In the future, we would like to host programs that promote coexistence and promote sustainability programs. We have been blessed with 10 acres of land, and remodeling of the place to make it available to the community is ongoing. Our goal is to provide our devotees with everything they need to worship Baba and spread positivity to build a strong community. We welcome you to visit the temple and enjoy the experience. And I'm glad to remember Shivaji Maharaj on this day with you all. Thank you for taking the time to learn about us, and may Sai keep us all safe. Sai Ram. Thank you.
धन्यवाद पद्मजा जी. Would invite Uday ji from Skill US. Uday ji.
Thank you. Thank you. Namaste. This is and good afternoon. This is Uday Vedre. I'm part of the board members of Skill US. This is a very new organization, started in established in the year of 2018. Briefly, it's good to hear from the keynote speaker earlier, talking about collaboration, service, and he also touched upon a couple of things like how we can change perceptions in the larger community, and how we can take the service of how we can utilize our community to provide some of the service to change those perceptions. So this, in a context of the current, political rhetoric, or you can call it as narrative that is going on, or perceptions the public have made, especially around our community in terms of the jobs and people coming here and taking over the jobs, right? So that was one of the perceptions that we wanted to change, and how we could change is we could have easily accused them and said, like, it's not happening, or avoid talking about that, or discussing, or expect people to change on a dime. But that's not all going to happen, right? There's something that we need to do. So we created this platform, and what our idea is to utilize basically our strengths, which is the people that have the expertise in whether it's information technology, healthcare, pharma, research. We want to utilize that technology and the creativity of our people that have contributed tremendously towards the greater American economy. And the idea behind Skillers is to activate our community to assist in skilling up a larger American family. And with that mission, right, we are utilizing the skills and creativity to bridge the skill gap and build a future workforce of America. And if you can go to the I think the previous slide, please. So we have with that mission, we have started working with the city, the local county, the state level organizations. So one of them was Goodwill. They received a foundation grant, and they were looking for assistance in building up their workforce development platform. And that's where that's exactly the time when Skill US was formed, and some of our founding members like Clarence Gadapati, who was there earlier speaking, and Shashi Reddy, when they got this call from Goodwill, we went and we said we can provide our services, and mostly volunteer organizations and companies that are volunteering here. So they went and built a skill development platform. They also, some of the companies from our community have come forward to help some of the people that got trained to get a job opportunity. So we did a career fair with Goodwill. And recently, we signed a couple of MOUs with CUC 100 and Park to build their skill development program as well. And we are partnering with the University of Kansas to build a certification program. So any of our skill development that we are going to give, the training programs that we are building in the pipeline, with the help of some PhD, people who are in the education or faculties, we are creating those programs or curriculum, and we are tying up with universities to give them to the larger communities. And at this point, we are seeking using this platform with all the other organizations. We're looking for volunteers. We're looking for companies to come forward and provide their services, or if they have job opportunities for the larger community, that they can absorb some of these people that are gotten trained in various curriculums, or can build skillers can help build curriculums for them to absorb them into their companies. So these are the areas of collaboration that we are seeking. I have provided my name and number. If there is any opportunities, we're looking forward to work with all the organizations that have participated here. And thanks for HSS for providing this platform for us to state our our organization goals. Thank you.
Dhanyavad Udayji. I would want to welcome Sanjay ji from Sparsh of Greater Charlotte.
Thank you, Jairam Jiki. My name is Sanjay Rai, and I'm the president of Spurs of Greater Charlotte, which is a non-profit organization. And I have joined with a colleague of mine, Ashish Thakur, who is one of the founding member of this organization. Charlotte, the chapter of Spurs started in 2015 with Tony Ardo family as just getting together and trying to see how we can preserve our cultural aspect of Bihar and Jharkhand area. And then it turned into a mission, or in a way where we wanted to provide the environment where we can preserve our Bihari heritage, Jharkhandi heritage, along with the way of life, which is our original Sanghatan Dharma, teach us to go towards. Also help us instill the cultural aspect to our next generation. And that's the premise of our organization. In 2017, 2018, we became a nonprofit organization. We have our bylaws that we govern by, provide quite a bit of social activities to our community. And we also provide local charitable donation, things of that nature in Charlotte area. On the social side, we participate in many of social issues, collected the funds for Bihar and Kerala flood relief. In education side, we sponsor a scholarship to Bihar and Jharkhand students, where we, every year we 1 to 2 college-bound students, they get their scholarship through us. We also have the many of educational activity, robotics type skills that we develop in our kids. They participate through the volunteers who teach them. As a part of the COVID, we participated in local charity where we, collected the funds, and especially for the food drive for the elderly people in local Charlotte area, we did that, and also contributed to PM Relief Fund in India. We participate in local festival, Charlotte India Festival. Two important festivals that we predominantly run in Charlotte area is Chhat, is a Bihar specific Surya Puja, and the Holi. Those are the two our signature festivals that we do in Charlotte. In addition, from cultural aspect, the art, Mithila painting, and the Bihari delicacies are two areas that we are promoting in local community. Health awareness, and of course, multiple sessions that we have conducted in yoga. In addition, we participate in local marathons, promote our Indian culture wherever possible, and that's our organizational achievements. Where we would like to collaborate, there are three main areas towards the common goal for social outreach in the Charlotte space with Indian community. Participate in local and cultural Indian, promoting our culture, food, sports in the region. The biggest thing that we would like to achieve through this forum is to forming a partnership platform where we can have a single voice for Indian diaspora and something that we can collaborate on. And the next and the last thing I want to talk is our board members. I myself as the president. We have Ashish Thakur, who is the liaison between the HSS organization and Spurs. The rest of other folks are part of our volunteer team who participate and provide. If anyone want to reach and like to collaborate, please reach out any one of us. The best way to reach us is the Spurs of Charlotte at gmail.com. We are very very much active in that space. So please reach out to us, and we're looking forward to collaboration. And I want to thank you for giving us opportunity to come to this forum. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Dhanyavad, Sanjay. Want to invite Rupa ji from Telugu Association of Greater Charlotte.
Namaste. I hope you all can see me. Thank you. TAGCA, Telugu Association of Greater Charlotte Area, is very honored to be represented today in the Hindu Sanghatan Diwas. Aap sabko hamara hardik namaskar. I thank all the organizations that have already been represented here, and we are very thankful that we've been given this opportunity to be represented here on this day, organized by the HSS. So Telugu Association of Greater Charlotte Area was formed in 2006 with the intention of preserving and promoting Telugu culture in the Greater Charlotte area. So we do have a history of having served many of our members, and we have accumulated about 1,500 life members and over 2,000 annual members that keep repeating every year, and we keep adding on to our memberships. We organize social and cultural events that reflect Telugu culture. So we try to add on to the linguistic history as well as the cultural history by promoting cultural and social events. And we are bonded by the language Telugu. We have conducted various community service events over the past 14 years in the Greater Charlotte area. And some of them are Adopter Street, blood drives, and food drives. If we can go to the next slide, I would like to talk about a few things that we have done. So the activities during this pandemic, that is COVID-19, TAGCA Seva. In April 2020, TAGCA launched a new initiative called TAGCA Seva. As per our previous 14 years of our work, we wanted to put in a platform. This new executive committee wanted to build on that and do a program saying TAGCA Seva, as the word reflects, to do Seva selflessly and serve and provide aid in the local community where it is needed. And as a part of TAGCA Seva initiative, in the very beginning when COVID hit us, we conducted a series of informational webinars to provide community awareness. We covered 1 Will Trust and 4 medical webinars covering a lot of areas in the specialties of infectious diseases, internal medicine, anesthesia, and dentistry. And we also did PPE donations to first responders in the month of May. TAGCA has donated thousands of masks and gloves to the Pineville Police Department, Concord City, Wesley Chapel Fire Department, Vauxhall Police Department, as you see, Pineville Police Department, and the Fire Department of Pineville. As we move on to the next slide. We also did free COVID-19 testing in the next month. That is, we had consecutively 3 months of work. In June, we moved on to the TAGCA Seva initiative, partnered with a local clinical lab to offer free testing. So it is absolutely free. We provided that, and we bridged the gap between certain communities that needed free testing. And as it's hard to get healthcare during the pandemic, we donated masks, and also to promote the testing and people to come in and overcome their taboo to get tested, we provided free groceries to over 100 people who received the testing. And on Father's Day and Mother's Day, we conducted a number of cultural events so as to uplift and elevate the mood of the community, which was very low during these times, by providing virtual events that was contactless. And we had a number of events that we have planned for the future. And on the occasion of Father's Day, also as a part of our philanthropic outreach, we helped the homeless. And as part of the initiative, we participated in a food drive in Uptown Charlotte, and children also participated in this. As a future initiative, though we did not make a slide because we were told there were 3 slides, as we are running short of time, I would like to maintain within the time. I've gone 30 seconds over the 3 minutes. I would also like to say that we are interested, TAGCA, Telugu Association of Greater Charlotte Area, in collaborating with any organization that is wanting to help the needy, and we can collaborate in a meaningful manner. We are also providing support to students in the future. We are in talks with them to understand your needs. If any of you are interested in collaborating with us, you can reach out to any one of our team in TAGCA. And on behalf of HSS and TAGCA, I thank everybody जो कोई भी यहाँ आए हुए हैं आज हिंदू संगठन दिवस का आप सबको नमस्कार. Thank you.
Thank you, Rupa ji. I would want to invite Vijay ji from Women Shakti to kind of represent their organization.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. I am Vijay Suresh. I'm a yoga teacher and one of the board of directors of Shakti Corporation. I'm really honored to represent Shakti in this summit. And Shakti Corporation is a non-profit organization founded by Nidia Gasper in 2018. And our mission is Women Empowering Women. We help mentor and support South Asian women living in the Greater Charlotte area. And one of our key features is our Shakti helpline, where any women can contact us for any questions or any support, right from career to motherhood. And we connect them to the appropriate mentors who walked across the same path. So via this helpline, we have served more than 250 plus women in the Greater Charlotte area. And we have Shakti always conducts awareness events for women, and all the events and activities of Shaktis are based on the current needs of the community. And as part of the COVID activities, we have supported Union County Shelter by collecting funds and donating funds for the food drive. And another key area is supporting the pregnant women. So during this COVID, due to there were so much of travel restrictions, and pregnant women were so stressed out because parents could not travel here, and they were very nervous on how to handle the newborn in this situation all alone. So Shakti decided to create a support group for the pregnant women, and it was very much welcomed, and it even kind of went viral. Right now we have around 150 plus pregnant women in that group across US. We have members, we have few pregnant women from Canada, from Germany, from India, from New Zealand. And so we conducted birth education classes, free birth education classes, and free prenatal yoga classes for them. So this forum gives space for moms to get support, love, and care from another women. So Shakti Food volunteers also support new moms with fresh homemade food for 7 days after delivery. This is only being done in the Charlotte area. And thank you so much. We are like Shakti is so grateful to all the volunteers and the Shakti leaders who are our pillars. To know more about Shakti, you can visit womenshakti.org. And thanks again for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Vijay. I will invite Basanji from Vidya Bharati. Basanji. Basanji is on mute.
You have to unmute yourself.
Basanji.
Can we?
Yeah, click the button, Vasanji. I sent you the message. Click the button. You have to unmute. Yeah. Just click it one more time.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you.
Yes, Basanji.
Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Basanji.
Yeah, this is the largest educational NGO in the world, Vidya Bharati, and I guess you can go through this, but it started in 1977. The difference between Vidya Bharati and others is that Vidya Bharati is a regular educational institutions. Okay, so we run primary schools, secondary schools, colleges in India, and it's the largest. We have 29,000 schools all over India, and our students go in all walks of life. They go in the academic services, they go in the military services, they go into IAS and all that. In fact, in the latest India-Chinese conflict, the colonel who martyred himself from the Indian side was a alumnus of Vidya Bharati. And this is, as I said, this is the largest educational organization in the world. And we are, the only difference is that our schools and the regular schools, other schools, is that we teach children Hindu sanskars also while they're going to the schools. So in addition to the regular curriculum, we follow, like the morning prayers and then sanskar education and Hindu-centric education. And I think that will be a great game changer. It's already a game changer for India. So it's totally focused on, it's a Hindu-centric organization. It is India-centric organization, and it's a very effective organization. As I said, because we run primary schools, secondary schools, colleges, technical colleges in India, and they're all what do you call them? Recognized by the government. And the only difference is there's a dharmic-centric education, and they always have a class especially in the primary, secondary period education when we go through the sanskar education. We have Vidya Bharati registered in US. I have gotten registered as a 501c3 organization. It is under the name of IEEF, Indus Educational and Empowerment Foundation. And the next goal is to change the IEF name to Vidya Bharati, even though the, what do you call them? I mean, the basic thing you submit to the IRS, it clearly states that the collected for the schools run by Vidya Bharati in India. Vidya Bharati doesn't collect like I used to be. I'm one of the founders of Ekal Vidyalaya Foundation. It was $1 a day. Vidya Bharati doesn't work that way. We have needs like some school or college needs a library, needs a bathroom. So we collect for those things. And this year I have collected, I think probably well over $1 million, and sent it to India for these specific needs. And that's what Vidya Bharati is. And if anybody wants to know, they can go on the IEEF website and find out, more about Vidya Bharati, or write to me. My name is Basant Tadiyal, and my email is btariyal@gmail.com. We Vidya Bharati supporters in US are really very happy and proud that we are supporting so many causes for the education in India, because education to me is the key to the progress. Without whichever way education goes the country, and well-educated people go at the top as a nation. And I really believe, I may believe in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, but in Kutum, there's head of the family. I believe in number one, and I believe that India, Bharat, should be number one in the world, and it cannot be number one without the education. And education is the key to success. Thank you.
Dhanyavad Basanji for such profound words. Would want to invite Anilji for VT Seva chapter. Anilji.
Yeah, thank you, HSS. This is Anil Utturi. I'm a volunteer at VT Seva. Kalpana Ji is the Charlotte branch director. She's not here today. VT Seva is nothing but volunteering together for service, and it's a social organization. It's a not-for-profit organization. As discussed earlier, we have two organizations, JET USA, Geo Educational Trust, and VT Seva, volunteering together for Seva. Both are operated under the guidance of His Holiness, Sri Chinmaji Swamiji. We have close to about 80,000 volunteers across the world. And VT Seva comes into picture to help others who are in need. And we have heard from other organizations. Basically, it's all doing in only one path to serve all other beings. It's a VT Seva is as an organization with a 0% administrative cost. Whatever funds that are raised, 100% of them will go to the needy. Basically, it operates on 4 pillars, and it conducts various programs to fulfill these 4 pillars, like education, which is the primary. It's giving education to underprivileged children, visually challenged children, undeserved communities. In India, we have various schools for tribal kids, for kids, blind kids, and those who are underprivileged. So whatever funds we raise, some of the funds will go to India to support these activities. So education is one main pillar, and the second main pillar we have is healthcare. To conduct and also spread awareness, we conduct various thousands of free cancer screening medical camps. That is a second pillar. And third pillar is environment protection, like protecting Mother Earth. And fourth pillar is disaster relief. Our team pretty much work on providing relief activities, those who are affected, like a tsunami, and more recently with COVID, we raised so much funds towards buying all the masks, providing it to frontline workers, supplying the meals. We conducted various events across USA. We have about 30 plus chapters. For instance, the natural calamities we had in Texas, the flooding, our team worked together and worked on rebuilding the houses, for example. So our team pretty much at the front line and ready to serve the community. Next slide, please. As Swamiji has come up with a motto called serve all beings as service to God. We are like instruments in the hands of God, and that's our motto, and serve the community, those in need. Next slide, please. Yeah, in Charlotte, we conduct several events such as walkathon and several camps, free chess clubs. We pair up with the Second Harvest. More recently, we raised funds for COVID to supply masks. Those are impacted by COVID. Believe it or not, all these events are conducted and organized by youth volunteers, pretty much, with minimal adult supervision. Youth are pillars of VT Seva. These volunteers pretty much, they learn whatever they learned in Pregna, they pretty much translate it into action. Volunteers here, they learn the values, and also apart from that, they also earn the hours. VT Seva is organized by USA government, and it's a registered organization for administrating President's Volunteer Service Awards. Thank you, HSS, for giving this opportunity. Please reach out to this email address for any information. Charlotte Director at vtsworld.org. Thank you.
Dhanyawad, Anilji. I would want to go for the last organization in our list today, Universal Institute of Successful Aging of Carolina. It was supposed to be represented by Ms. Lynn, but unfortunately she was not available. Hence, Nimesh Bhai will be presenting this organization. Nimesh Bhai.
Thank you, my Charlotte family. HSS and Seva, thanks for giving this opportunity to bridge with the family back. UISSC is a bridging and breeding organization to support the human successful aging from soul that gets into the body as a child and dies. So we service from the child day one to the funeral service also. We are the organization that helps in crisis. So when you are thriving, you really don't need us. You can call us when you are in crisis. That's where most we need people. And the whole life, the crisis time is the aging. When somebody's in pain through any kind of accidents or anything, even the youth at the college level in UNCC are looking for help sometimes in crisis. And especially our seniors who come here as a babysitters when the family need them. But once those kids are grown, family forgets them and they become burden to the family. And this is the reality that none of these organizations will speak, because we all believe in God that is beyond this body. But the real God is in our own parents who are giving us birth. HSS and Seva teaches that from the childhood, that mother and father are the first God. And UISSC believes in that. So beyond our belief of any other religion, we go to the core belief of Vedas, Vasudeva Kutumbakam, but Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, and Acharya Devo Bhava. And that's how we all connect to each other. There is not a single organization here that don't believe in their gurus. But instead of that, we have to empower our own parents so that our children will believe in this parenting. And that's what we are looking forward to as a UISSC. We want you all to support us by calling us when you are needing any help in crisis. And those crises can be of any sort. It can be social, emotional, physical, even if there is a domestic violence or any criminal kind of act where you feel that you don't have resource, call us, because we want you to believe you are the final goal of this life, to be successful as a human being. Thank you so much again. Please find us from www.uissc.org. Thanks again.
Dhanyawad, Nimeshji. I think we are completed all the lists of organizations who were representing in the Hindu Sanghatan Diwas today. I would want to give my MC back to Amolji for the final part.
Thank you, Pramodji. Dhanyavad. Now we'll move over to some of the announcements of the upcoming events. Over to Shivji.
Namaste. I will make it, this program has gone a little longer than expected, so I'll make it very brief here. So you've heard many organizations here, and they've provided the details on what they do. So while we may have separate goals, there are many areas, as you heard now, where we may be able to come together for the benefit of our Hindu community. So some of the potential, the collaboration is something that we heard quite a lot, and a lot of organizations have shown interest also. So some of the potential collaboration areas of collaboration are like women's empowerment and Seva Diwali and more. Like many of the organizations have provided such programs for their members already, but programs like these would have wider reach and effectiveness if they are publicized through a wider range of like-minded organizations. So this is a platform, this is a unique platform uniquely suited for this purpose. So based on the feedback that we have received today, we will brainstorm about more ideas for collaboration. So we look forward for your cooperation in this effort. And as you saw, a lot of organizations are already here. There are more organizations did show interest, which we will see. We'll try to incorporate them in later. Like one of them, just to name, is the Madhya Pradesh Association of Charlotte. So that's it, Amulji. Back to you.
Yeah.
No, not now.
So yeah, so as Shivji mentioned, there were this event has gone wide interest within Charlotte community. So one of the organization, Madhya Pradesh, they could not participate, and there are more who were interested in. So next year we can accommodate more. So now I would request Gauriji to go for vote of thanks.
Yeah, any organization left by mistake? We just want to check. Anyone left did not get a chance? We covered for sure, but just wanted to confirm. Thanks.
Thank you.
Gauri, go ahead.
Gauriji.
Okay, namaste everyone. Myself Gauri. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you everyone. On behalf of HSS Charlotte chapter, we'd like to thank all the participating organizations and their office bearers for a successful Hindu Unity Day Community Leaders E-Summit. I want to thank first the Sri Yashwanji Belsare to start this program with the Deep Prajwalan. And also I would like to thank Sri Arun Kankhani ji for his keynote address. And also would like to thank all the HSS team coordinators and HSS volunteers for providing the technical support. And it feels great to see so many leaders coming together on one platform to exchange their vision and explore areas of cooperation in spite of these COVID challenges. I'm sure our synergy will bring positive change in the society, and together we stand by the needy and help realize our goal of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. World is one family. Thank you all. Stay safe. Bharat Mata Ki Jai. God bless America. And I would like to apologize for the late. Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste.
So now we'll call upon Meghna ji is available for Shanti Mantra. If not, Gauri ji, you can help us lead Shanti Mantra. We will do a Shanti Mantra together.
Okay. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah.
Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kashchit Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti. Namaste everyone.
Namaste. We'll just conclude with one Krishna. Sanghatan mein. One more time. Sanghatan mein. Very good. Dhanyawad. If anybody would like to stay on for informal charcha, please do so. Otherwise, this event has concluded.